Well, pretty good. How about yourself?
Hey, how are you?
Something. Every time it's always like a half. I think I'm like
What's happening?
it don't matter because I think yeah, it doesn't matter. It's almost like I get cut off. I'm low. It's just
Oh, you look a little high today. Oh,
it's just this. It's just this. You think it's the whole thing?
It's not even balanced.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know.
Yeah, that's better. Perfect. Good to go.
I'm trying to get
My leg was the
situated
leg
too.
of the tripod somehow was off.
Yes.
So it's fixed now. Yep. It's fixed now.
Off
Shout out to
balance.
It's fixed. I was trying to finish eating, get my stuff. I said I'm either gonna eat when I'm on live or eat. I don't want to eat after. It just seemed like it's so late for me. So I'm just trying to get it in before.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to just not eat at 6 at the latest, but especially like during the week with work, I find myself as soon as I get home around 3:30. I'm eating and I don't eat anything after 5:30, 5:30.
Well,
I'm
it's
just like
routine.
get home, cook
It's
dinner,
better to
eat.
get your
That's
body
all.
accustomed to a routine. What you
Yep.
sipping on tonight?
Yep. I have this Bella Rouge Rosé Côte de Rhone. It's a rosé, of course. And it's really good. I've had it before.
Okay.
It's 13% alcohol, but it's really good. It's smooth. I'm starting to learn that the more expensive a bottle is, the less acidic and like the taste is better. It just feels better going down. Like you can really just tell the difference the more you go up. This bottle, it was on sale for $17.99, but I think it retails for like $20 or $22. But it's really good. And you might like it because it's not really bitter. Like
A little sweet.
It's
It's
not too bitter, It's just a happy medium. Yeah, it's just like rosé without the extra sugar. So I think you would like it because it's just
got the bar now. So I had a drink made for me, and I think this is vodka, grenadine. What drink is this? I'm asking because I know they'll give it to me, but I said just make me a drink.
Yeah.
Because I have wine, but I was like, why not make me a drink? I know
do something different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's vodka up there. It's a bunch of stuff, and we've been having drinks on Friday now, just having fun with it because I got this drink that's called the Home Bar. It's over 175 drinks, and they have the pictures and everything. But they have all these different ingredients. So we had like lemon. It was lemonade, vodka, some sort of rum. We had that drink Friday, and then we had another one. But they're so pretty. And I was like, something. But this damn thing is so big. This is a cup.
Yeah.
This is a whole thing at the bottom of this. And I was like, will the straw even fit in there?
Yeah.
So I think it's just vodka and cranberry and something. I said, just put something in there because it's just easier. It was easier. I was like, I don't want to open up a bottle of wine. So that's what I'm sipping on.
To be honest, sometimes just having like some tequila on the rocks or some vodka on the rocks with just a splash of something, to me, just feels better than having the wine sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
It's a good switch up, good balance. It's a good switch up.
And I've got wine in there. I got a new mango one, another pomegranate and blueberry mix.
By Barefoot?
No, this was another brand. I bought a little wine thing for racks, so I put it all in there. But I just didn't like it today. I just we've been sipping on, they have tea sometimes. It's like, he said the lemon drink was called Ring Number 4. Okay. Well, what is this?
I have a book. It's in the kitchen. It's this thick. It's 10,000 drinks. It's this thick. 10,000 drinks.
Have you made any of them?
No. It's just good decor right now. I do have a small little thing with like 5 or 6 mini books. One for whiskeys, one for vodkas, one for tequilas. Just a list of all those spirits. And they have little small mini books with different cocktails. I haven't used it yet, but I intend on using it very soon. So it's just been nice decor for the kitchen.
I said, do you have a list for aesthetics?
Yeah, I mean, I have intended to use it since I got it. I just haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
Because I don't be drinking hard alcohol like that,
It's so nice just to make the stuff at home because you move around, you pay for your home, but people go out for entertainment. When you have all this stuff in your home, it's like, enjoy it. So it's always fun, and the drinks are not as expensive at home.
Girl, because after $16 and a plastic cup later, you're like, F that. Don't be serving me no $16 drink in a plastic. Don't serve me no drink in a plastic cup regardless, unless I'm at a house party. Don't be soloing me at a bar, at the club and stuff. Don't do that.
Now, do they give plastic cups? I haven't been to the club.
They have done that out here. A $16 shot of Douce in a fucking clear, not even a big red solo, the little small clear solos.
Oh wow. That's deep. You think they maybe spent too much on getting the bottles of Douce, and then they couldn't afford to put it in something that was aesthetically pleasing?
Miss me with that shit. Y'all just don't give a fuck. I'm not used to having stuff in the plastic because I ain't never had nothing in plastic. Even in the hole in the walls I done been to in LA, still give you glass.
That's like when you don't care.
But you want to charge me to enter. You want to charge me $16 for a shot, and you want to charge me $13 for a cocktail, and I can't get a glass?
Yeah, that's why. Well, look, then you just create what you want at the house.
Exactly.
Glasses and everything.
And get Lynn ain't got to worry about drinking and driving you in the house.
I'm down with the wine and a couple of good movies, doing some game nights. I'm just enjoying home. There's too much going on out in the world today right now. It's not a PSA, but there's been so much stuff going on. It was brought to my attention. It's like this guy that was at Alabama, one of the colleges in Alabama, prominent basketball career. He and a friend walked up to a girl who was in the car with her boyfriend, asked her for her phone number. She declined. She's with her boyfriend. They shot up the car, killed her. She was only 20 or 21, killed her. The boyfriend survived. And the dude that had this promising, opportunity at Alabama no longer has this opportunity. And I'm just thinking like, okay, what the level of disrespect, if you walked up to the car with her and a guy in, and you wanted to try to get her number or something, and she let you know I have a boyfriend, and even if she was
why would you do that when she wasn't in the car with another man? That already tells you leave that shit alone.
No, it's really
there's
wild.
Other females out there in the world in that school.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she wasn't the baddest of them all.
Yeah, they weren't even at school. They were parked at I think a food place or something. It's just I was looking at Ricky Smiley the other day. His son mysteriously passed away at home. All these mysterious.
Every time I turn on the internet at work, there's been a death or two. It's been a celebrity death, and then you'll see killings just random killings every single day for the past couple weeks that I would click on our internet, because Internet Explorer automatically brings up MSNBC. And the first thing up is like, this person died, and then you'll see killings. It never fails, every single day, every day.
Well, what I'm trying to understand is it's the mysterious deaths for me. There's too many of them. It's like, so they died in their home. Coroner's report shows no homicide or foul play, and more to come. And so I don't understand. It's not even for me to understand. My PSA for me, it's like, I'm just getting more and more creating the environment I want at home, and inviting the people that I love and want to spend time with. We can come here if I want to, if we want to go away for an Airbnb or something, but we're all together. You have to create the energy, and people it's the quality of people you're around. It's not even about the place, but they make you not want to go to the movies anymore. And I hear people
not want to go to the fucking grocery store.
And then I hear people say stuff like, I'm not living in fear. It's like, it's not about living in fear. It's about just using wisdom and having an understanding that crazy people are walking around too. And
your neighbor could be crazy.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
don't know who's running these halls. Last night I heard someone yelling at somebody.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm gonna make the necessary adjustments to do my best to make sure that I'm safe, the people that I love are safe, and we can enjoy ourselves and not be concerned about somebody starting to shoot or somebody, something's going on over there. We got to get out of here. And all that type of stuff. It's just sad. And then for Ricky Smiley, the 32-year-old son died, but then not even a while back in July of last year, his daughter was shot 3 times getting some food at Whataburger in Houston. They said it had nothing to do with her. She was just getting some food. They started shooting at another car, and she was the innocent person in another car that was hit, by the gunfire. So it's a bit much. It's a bit much.
Like, make your home your sanctuary where you are happy to be there, because it really is crazy out there.
All the Amazon Fresh and everything. It's like, let me just have all that delivered, make my food.
I do Amazon Fresh. I just got a new comforter today that came today from Amazon. It's really nice too. So I could use that for myself, and my mom used my other comforter. But I ordered that Friday or yesterday, Friday. Anyway, it's here. It's nice. I do the Amazon Fresh thing if I'm not downstairs at the grocery store. But yeah, I'm not doing much. I do Trader Joe's because it's around the corner from my job. But I try to get in there and out as soon as they open before they get crowded. But other than that, if we ain't going to the train on the weekend, we are pretty much inside.
I have just as much fun inside. I go sit in the backyard and take in the sun, and we can eat back there, or we can be in the house watching movies or playing games and stuff. Because of all the craziness, I don't have a desire. I never wanted to be with a bunch of strangers anyway. But they make it real easy for me. Now
I enjoy looking out my beautiful view. Our 3rd floor amenity center has a beautiful view. Pool table, golf, Pac-Man. I mean, this gotta be 100-inch TV down there. So I'm fine right here in the home that I pay for.
You're making the most of what you have.
Exactly. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do.
But I didn't have a PSA or anything. We can raise our glasses and start sipping and getting to, unless you have something else you wanted to touch on.
I'm just living my life, just striving to remain happy, and just,
Journey of a Legend said it wasn't this crazy when I was younger. I bet it wasn't. And I don't know if that's
it wasn't for me either.
Well, I don't know if it's for the lack of parental guidance. And I say guidance meaning like the people not pouring into their children, or giving them a different type of energy. They just kind of walking around with no understanding, no emotion, lack of all this stuff. And they just
they don't think that shit have consequences. Like you are invincible. Do you know you cannot get away with murder?
I guess the video games make some of them feel like they can.
Well, I'm gonna need to knock. That's not reality.
And then I think too, not only the video games, but I think some people, a lot of the suicide stuff. I saw this dude. What was it? 600 Breezy, some rapper. His girlfriend said that she when she got with him, she was already wanting to commit suicide, but she like kind of put it on pause. I'm just summing it up. It was more lengthy than that. And she's like, when you poured into me and you helped me, you know, with my, I guess her clothing line, and just, you know, really was supportive, you know, but now is the time I'm still, you know, feeling, you know, unfulfilled. I'm sad every day. I feel like it's bugs on my skin and I can't get them off and all this. So she killed herself. But she was like, I wish I could have been a better version. Maybe in the next life, you know, we'll have something. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know the ins and outs. They've even said at some point they thought he did something to her, whatever. But to meet someone and allow them to grow a relationship with you, and you know in your mind you were already feeling some, you know, suicidal when you met them, and then you put it off, and then to go do it after they've connected with you, that's just like, whoa, the level of, I don't even want to say it's disrespect, but it was so selfish because you allowed this person to have a relationship with you. You would have been better off not building with this person or having them get connected or attached.
Clearly he was helping you. You paused your suicide for a reason. I never heard of him. I never heard the situation, but just from what you're telling me, it's like, first of all, if you're going to kill yourself, you're going to kill yourself. Do you really just be pausing suicide? Yeah. And then you basically benefited. This person made you better, it seems, you know, helped you out in areas that maybe you needed help. What, like, you would think that something like that would strengthen you more a little mentally in that sense, unless you're really suffering from deep depression and other like mental illnesses, bipolarism, schizophrenia or something. But when you say I paused my suicide because I met him and he helped me start my clothing line and this and that, like, I'm just,
and he said,
trying to understand, can I get somebody to help me start my clothing line?
Well, he said in response to this is a text she sent him before she killed herself. Like, I wish I could have talked to you, but I knew we would have argued because I guess he would try to talk her out of it. That was like, okay, whatever. But one of the things he said was, I'm never going to forgive myself. I'm going to always feel like this was my fault. And, you know, to each his own. I just feel like that was selfish what she did. And, you know, you could talk to that guy till he's blue in the face about it wasn't your fault. This person clearly had an agenda before you came. They paused it. They allowed, you know, for you guys to grow what you're going to grow. And then they got back to their agenda. And I guess you're feeling like maybe I could have stopped it, but you didn't even know what you were dealing with.
Bitch, it's the pause for me. I'm sorry. It's the pause for me. And I have, you know, I have been around schizophrenic people because my grandma ran a business where they lived on the second floor of our house. She had a boarding care. So I have seen people want to hurt themselves, slit their arms, and want to hurt other people. They didn't pause, bitch. It was like one lady closed my arm in the door, and another lady boom my grandpa in the face. They don't pause. They don't pause. So it's the pause for me. I don't know. I don't know the situation, but it's the pause for me.
Well, Elle, I'm just telling you, you'll have a great majority of people coming for you because they will all become mental health specialists and the empathy police and all that. They will say to you, you know, what are you talking about? I felt that way where I've stopped and then I wanted to, and you don't know what it's like. So I get what you're saying. The only
But
part I'm saying,
stopping the, like, yeah, everyone will cut their arm and want to do harm to themselves and stop. But if she said she was suicidal, but she decided to pause it because she met him and all this, that's where I'm stuck. So now I got to go look these people up so I can better understand.
well,
because just right here, what I know right now, it's the pause for me, and this is the only conclusion I can come up with based off of what you're telling me.
listen.
And they can come for me. I don't give a damn. Come for me if you want. I have worked with some crazy ass people, real schizophrenic, bipolar people. Okay?
I just feel like if you know that you're already at a bad place, you really can't bring somebody else into your world.
Yeah, that is selfish.
I would be like, you don't want none of this.
That's selfish.
You don't want to.
That's his time. That's his time. That's his money. That's his emotion. He might be physically, emotionally, spiritually fucked up now too.
I would think.
Don't send me a text. Just don't tell me nothing.
It was a long text message too.
Just don't tell me. Don't tell me that. Because I feel like when you want to text me before you kill, that's to me a cry for help for me to come stop you.
No, she told him that she was going to do it now, and I'm at the place where we first met, and it's a few people here, a few homeless people and some other people. They're kind of just here and there, and I'm just thinking about. I was like, she wrote this long text and sent it to this person. Oh my goodness, do you know what you're doing to this man? So you're not only going to kill yourself, you just
leaving him damaged. You're leaving him in a fucked up situation because maybe you think that he'll kill himself. So like she said, and maybe in another life, in another world, it would be different. So did you send that long text for him to then kill himself in hopes that you guys will be in some different situation?
I just think it's important to check in, and we've talked about this before. It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
But I think it's important, especially with your immediate circle, your community, people that you say you love. I think that it's up to you to kind of check in with them, see where they are. If it's something that can be prevented through having a conversation, maybe lending some more support, or just having a better understanding of what they're going through, and rather than you having no knowledge at all, that makes it a little bit better. I don't like being in the dark. Journey of a Legend said that sounds like the Brent Faiyaz interlude on his latest album. The girl on there said that she was where they first met. Yeah.
I just feel like that can be selfish, and I know people go through stuff, and I know people hold stuff in. But I also know if you have a strong community, you should be able to go to your community, your friends, your family, whoever you feel you really connect with as your cry for help. And if they are really those kind of friends and family, they will help you through it. They will make sure you get help. They will try to do what they can for you to get better, you know? And maybe she didn't have that.
I've heard it's just having a conversation with my son and my daughter, and just watching them with their group of friends or people they interact with, their peers. It was said, just as of recent, and these are adults, young adults in their 20s, that people they've met that are talking to them about not having support and stuff, they say they're the strongest people in their group. So it's equivalent to me meeting you. Let's say I met you, and I'm telling you I help everybody that's in my group, my family, that everyone leans on me. I could never ever tell them how I'm feeling depressed, how I'm feeling anxious, and I just met you. You know what I'm saying? Let's say we met on the strength of dating or something, like it. That's how it's coming out. So there are a lot of people that are carrying on I'm the strong person, and not disclosing to the people around them that it needs to be a give and take. It's not just you just get to dump on me, use me, and and you just feel like I'm so strong all the time, I never need anything from you. You know, it's a back and forth. I think that friendship is give and take. I think that I don't care how strong your friend is, you can really see when people don't check in on you just because you never complain, you never call with a gripe, you never not have it together. So they just assume I figured you was good, you know, because you're always good. Like you helped me. Like that's the worst position to be in. Those are the people that 9 times out of 10 really need the help because they're so busy giving that they don't take care of themselves, or you know, or they may feel like it was said to, you know, them, how can I even let them know I'm in need or I have an issue or I'm feeling a certain way when I'm the person that helps them all the time. So, you know, for me, I just think it's better if you're in a position where you're helping a lot of people, and you're giving in a capacity that exhausts you and you know you couldn't go to them, you might want to kind of say no sometimes, or maybe refer them to some specialists, people that get paid for that type of stuff, because it's nothing like feeling depleted, or unfulfilled, or you know, depressed, or anything that you're going through, and the people that you've been helping or that have access to you are unable to assist you when you need it. That's like the worst. You know, I'm not doing it.
I often feel on that end where I'm that person exhausting all my energy on other people, and feel like sometimes I feel like there are people who I exhaust my energy on, they can't reciprocate the same thing to me because first of all, I feel like y'all are solution oriented. You know what I'm saying? Like if anyone I can come to would be you for sure. You know what I'm saying? Even these past few weeks, I've been going through some stuff, but for me, it was nothing crazy. It was just more so I got to gather my thoughts. I got to move some stuff around, be strategic, and get some stuff set up.
Yep.
It's also been mentally and emotionally draining, but I also know the type of person I am. I'm going to I have to shut off so I can focus, because I got to focus on the solution at hand. I got to focus on the bigger picture to make sure that I'm going to be good, you know?
What your end game is,
exactly.
Or what's the end
result. And some people who I exhaust my energy with, unfortunately, you can't give me my end game. You can't assist me with my end game. You can accept or take my energy for yourself, but you can't reciprocate.
I think,
you know?
I think too, this is another thing. I'd rather be alone than have everybody around me. I'm the doing the best. I'm the best version. And I'm saying that meaning I think it's important. I don't think it's wrong, but I think you need to assess the individuals that you give time to outside of work relationships, outside of stuff that has to be, like if you're at work with these people or people that you have to be around. You know, I keep saying work, but it could be people you see in the gym all the time, whatever. But people that you make it a point to create time and space for, you know, come into my personal space, or let's make sure we meet up and have some food and great conversation. Those I'm always looking for. If I'm not I don't want to be the best person in the group, but I do feel like if I am, I'm constantly stretching myself, and eventually I'll draw something to me and they're doing something better. You know, a lot of people are quite comfortable with being around individuals that are not excelling or doing anything. And it's like, but I'm the best. I'm the top in my group. I'm the one that has it all together. I'm the one they come through. You know, I'm the baddest, whatever. And I don't, that already would be a problem for me, because they should be elevating too. If I don't elevate what's around me, that's a problem.
It's like they say in business, you never want to be the smartest person in the room. Same thing with friends, and you know.
And I'm always getting something done. So it's just unfortunate that the people, I say the quality of people is changing. We got some really bad quality people in the world right now. I mean, that's
this shit's bottom of the barrel, people.
Yeah, that's the only way I can say it. I mean, man, if there's a journey of a legend, if it's a better way to say it, but the quality of people is crap right now.
It's the mold for me.
It's like,
and cheers, because we ain't even.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what happened to good quality people. You know, what happened to today? I make it a point. I'm right by Silver Lake, right, by downtown, all this stuff. I drive out today. I drove out to La Crescenta, which is on the other side of Montrose, and I went to Sprouts out there. And then I'll drive to Burbank sometimes and get some stuff. And I might go to South Pasadena or San Marino. And I was telling my husband, I was laughing. I said, can you tell the difference in how the people greet you and how they make, they're very happy. We went to Home Depot just off of San Fernando Road, like right before you get into Burbank on the other side of Glendale. So I don't know, they have all these little sub-cities. We go get our stuff, and as the guy's ringing us up, he doesn't greet us. It's like, that'll be, 70, whatever. And so my husband was trying to put, he was looking to scan the paper towels before he gave us the price, and he's like, it's right here. He just moved it. And so, I didn't say anything because I'm super like, hi, how you doing? How's your day going? I was quiet, and we got our stuff. And I gave him, got my card, he gave me my receipt, and I was like, thank you. That's habit for me. He didn't say anything, so we left out, and I was like, But when we got over to La Crescenta and we were over in Burbank, or, just where we were moving around, hi, how's your day going? It's going pretty good. How are you? Oh, I love your, thing. Like, oh, I had one of those. I had one up here. Really? How long did you have it? We're having a conversation. They're ringing up, the produce. And it's like, have a great day. You too. Next door, we're in there getting some stuff. I'm in Ralph's Pavilions in Burbank. Hi, how are you today? I'm good. Did you find everything okay? I did. Thank you for asking. And Howard, thank you for asking. I mean, it's boom, boom.
That's what I love about Trader Joe's. When you ringing up, boy, they be having full-on conversations. By the time you finish ringing your shit up, they life story, they know your life story, and y'all are friends.
It's great customer service. It's not transactional. And I think as a business person, business-minded, and wanting, at some point employing other people, those are the type of people I want to be the face of the company. Those are the type of people, and that's the type of transfer of energy I want. It's like I will go out of my way and drive to these places because of not only the produce and just I love the way a store is set up. I love cleanliness. I'm all about aesthetics, and then just good produce or good food, of course, to get what I came for. But people make or break an establishment for me. People will forget a lot of things, but they will not forget the way you made them feel. And I love when I go to these different places, at the Ralph's Pavilion, I pick up a piece of fruit, and I know the produce guy in there. And it's like, Marcos, what do you think about this? Let's cut it open and see. He gonna cut it open and have some. What do you think? These are kind of sour. Let's look for something that's sweet. Let's figure it out. I love that. And I think that also is business retention. Like, they're really thinking about, if they were to do a survey, it's like, why do you go to this Ralph's over here? Let's just ask somebody stood out with a little microphone. Why do you come here? Do you live around here? I come here because of how great the service is. I come here not only because of the produce, the quality of food and stuff that I get, but I love the people. They're pleasant. It's positive energy in here, the whole experience in itself. I should never spend my money somewhere and feel, the way I feel. People are rude to me. I'm rushing out of there. It's dirty. I don't want any of that, especially when I'm spending money. It's just crazy.
That's why I love Publix. Everyone knows Harlow. And like the meat guy, we always talk to him, and the Asian guy, he does the sushi. Every time, he literally works 7 days a week. And I always see him, and we always wave, and there's just a lot of other people that know us because I've been there since I was pregnant. So a lot of them see me pregnant, have Harlow, seen her grow up, see her. They are always expecting her in here in the market at least 2 times a day. 2 to 3 times a day. If I go in there or Q goes in there without Harlow, they'll say, "Oh, where's Harlow? Oh, I'm pretty sure she'll be back in a little bit with you," you know? And it just feels good to know that, like, when you go in places, people greet you, they greet your kid, they're smiling, they're sparking up conversation. You know, your kid who can barely talk is having somewhat of a conversation with them too, even though she can't talk like that, you know?
Right.
So it's like, okay, even though y'all prices are high, I still come there and spend money for the convenience and because of the customer service, you know?
Oh yeah. They can get my money. I'm running to give it to them. Amazon gets my money. Sprouts gets my money.
Chick-fil-A. They stay nice, boy. I was at Chick-fil-A in the morning the other day because they be sending me free stuff. I was there right when they opened. The guy was out there just talking to me as my food was being made. We was having the whole 5-minute conversation. Whole 5-minute combo, you know? So that stuff matters to me because if I'm spending my money, I expect great customer service. I expect to build a relationship, a rapport. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It makes a difference, huge difference. Specifically for me, and I feel like I am probably one of many, you know, that come in and it's just like, you know, I'm not going anywhere. I will find a place that values my dollar, values my presence, and they show me that in the transaction of everything. It's a transaction, but you don't have to treat it like one. You know, I'm not saying you got to talk about everything, but just smile.
Just, hey, how are you? I say, hey, how are you? You should say, hey, how are you? You should be saying it to me first. You know,
it's like
every time I'm ringing up, I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? How's your day going? How's the day going? You know,
you know not to say it. That guy at Home Depot, when we got in his line, and he just started ringing. As soon as we were next, he just started ringing.
So you already knew.
And it's like, oh, okay. You know, well, I used to be like, oh, you don't want to be here. But I started thinking like, well, that has nothing to do with me. You know, and I'm not saying that you have to be crazy, but it's like, you know, like you got to be all in my face, but it just be pleasant. You know, just you were hired to be positive. You were hired to be pleasant, you know? So just, even if you say, hi, how's it going? And I say back, how are you? You might be like, the day's just going.
Why take a job that deals with customer service and people if you are not going to put forth the most important part of your job is your interaction with the customer, not your ability to rain a fucking piece of item on the scanner.
I think
your number one job is interaction, your interpersonal relationship, your customer service skill, your interaction with the customer. That is the number one thing that these jobs want you to focus on. They can care less if you scan it correctly. How are you treating the customer?
I think people say what they need to say to get the job, and then they just kind of.
But bitch, your ass done been on the other side getting your shit scanned and having sour ass people scanning your shit. So you should know what you signed up for. Don't get that job then. Go sit in a call center. Go sit and make stuff with your hand. Go do something that you don't have to interact with people.
Journey
of DoorDash or some shit. I don't know.
Journey of a Legend said it's the new norm. It's very uncommon for good service. It is
crazy,
and but
and it is. No, I know. It's crazy.
I think that the people though are just kind of like, you know, I don't want to be here, but I got to get a paycheck, and we gonna just do this, and like, please just don't talk to me. I'm not gonna talk to you, and I'm not the way.
Until you only get a week's worth of a paycheck and they let your ass go.
The way I do it is I don't come back. That one person,
you ain't getting my money.
I just don't go back.
You are not getting my money, boo.
And we make jokes about it. Like my husband and I will laugh about it because it's like, you know what? You know, I'm not going back over there. I will drive 20 minutes, half an hour away, 45 minutes away where people value my patronage. I am there.
Yep.
I'm happy to give you my money. I want to see you stay open, flourishing, and hiring more people. I want to see this be a successful business. And that's how I show my support. That's how I show my gratitude, because you got it right. You appreciate that I chose to spend my money with you, and I appreciate that you provide me not only with what I came for, but with excellent customer service. I love the way I feel, so I'm cool with it. I will go out of my way. I will burn the extra gas, whatever has to happen. And Amazon just made it way simple. I'm not even interacting with people.
Look, you already know I'm 100% Amazon. Whenever I find stuff, the first thing I do is go to Amazon, see if they sell it. If they sell it, I'm getting it from Amazon. I'm sorry.
And they could sell it. The only thing I do is, you know, they send you those little surveys, like how did they do? And I always put respected the property. They give you all those little things, like was it on time? I'm always letting them know about that, because you can't just throw it over the gate. Yeah. You know, when it's put on the porch, I'm like, boop, 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 boop. They were on time, pleasant. I'm putting all that. They need to get all that feedback, because I want them to keep doing what they're doing. I want them to feel good about what they did and know that somebody saw it, that I see you. I appreciate, not because you're supposed to do it. I appreciate that you do it, because I know that there are people that don't. Exactly. And they're supposed to do it too. You know? Wild. I guess we did have a PSA.
That. We had a few. We threw a few in there, and that's okay. That's what this is about.
Yeah. What bowl are you going to today? What you starting with?
I'm gonna jump into my mild. Okay. Hold on, I'm reading up on my wine. Clearly, I'm gonna be done with this.
Did you just open that bottle?
Mm-hmm.
The whole bottle you just opened right now?
I opened it an hour. I had opened it right when I called you before Sipping Live, and had like this much.
Oh.
But yeah, I just opened it basically. Yeah.
And you finished the bottle? You're a professional. I can't do it.
I have this much left.
Damn.
I mean, since I'm picking my mom up in the morning, I'm going into work late. No excuse, because when I drink wine too late, I have trouble sleeping, but I'm going to go drink some of my sleepy time tea, my Catching Z's blend that me and KK made. Mm-hmm. And that'll just, relax me and put me in a sleeping mode, and then put a little meditative music on,
Get the whole vibe, the whole energy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do a whole vibe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I've been consistent with my tea at night. Usually I'll do my Balance and B tea, but lately I've just been doing my Catching Z's tea. Mm-hmm. And it's just been helping me sleep a lot better. Mm-hmm. Plus, I really do love these pillowcases that this brand sent me. Like, they really are comfy. So with that, the meditative music, I've just been, it's just been good. Just letting go a lot of bullshit. I've been sleeping a lot more peacefully, getting up early, doing all I gotta do, getting myself to work. So,
That's the part. Productivity is not just a word, it's an action. Mm-hmm. Sounds like you're executing, implementing.
Yep. So I'm going to jump into my mild bowl.
Okay. Do you guys have Sprouts out there?
Mm-hmm. I stopped going to it. It's about 15 minutes away, maybe 20. I stopped going to it because, first of all, Sprouts is one of my favorite grocery stores aside from Trader Joe's. But it's like every time I kept going to this, it was like I would get the produce and stuff, and it would go bad so quick.
Okay, this is a bad item I'm going to tell you about. It's delicious, though. I love fresh. You met me through cookies. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, Elle, these cookies are bomb, and I was baking. They are bomb. They have cranberry, oatmeal, walnut, fire.
Oh, I'm going to have to, I will go, or I'll see if someone can get some for me from over there.
They bake them fresh every day. And they have a white chocolate macadamia nut.
I like both of those.
Listen, I'm addicted. It's a part, like, it is my guilty pleasure. When I tell you they are just so consistent with how soft, I first had them up in Temecula. I saw them, and they bake them fresh every day. And this little box of 12 for like $5.49. Yeah. It might be cheaper there because, everything is more expensive. Elle, when I tell you, it's like they came out the oven. I tear those cookies up.
I'm gonna have to take a trip down to Sprouts.
That it's like that. It's like that and dessert. Like, put the where's my cookies at? So worth it.
Yeah,
they're so good.
I'm gonna have to take a trip because I haven't been to Sprouts in forever.
Or even if you're doing something and you want to plate some really good cookies just to have, totally do it. We're playing games or something. I look for a reason. Oh, I gotta get some cookies. Some cookies for Sprouts. Anybody want some cookies? Anybody want cookies? No. I'll have some.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that out because I do love Sprouts.
And they have other ones. They got sugar, peanut butter. They have double chopped.
But you know, I love a good oatmeal one. I love a good oatmeal cookie.
They are.
I love a good
oatmeal cookies, and I've never found. You know who used to have them back in the day where they weren't bad, but they just switched up? Subway used to have a good oatmeal cookie.
Oh, I never had.
Oh, they were thin and crispy. Like it was like, because I'm like, oh, this is how they are when you bake them. And then it was like, yeah, these they don't miss. Delicious, so good. But try it.
I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to go. Look, I got my notebook, so.
What is it? The TikTok? You better get you some. You better get you one of these.
Right? Yeah. Or I'm gonna put on TikTok and Instagram because every month Instagram gives me the opportunity to make money. So whenever you see me post a reel, it's because I'm posting because they're paying me, basically. So, so this month I'm gonna be posting. Last month I was posting a little bit the month prior. So whenever you see me posting reels, it's because Instagram is paying me.
It's like, give me my coin.
Give me my coin. It might not be a whole bunch, but it paid. This first cash out paid a little bill. That's all I gotta say. It paid me a little bill, okay? So I'm gonna be posting as long as they keep allowing me the opportunity to make. They give me a threshold, and even if I don't hit the threshold, whatever I made, I still get. So. Whenever you see me, so I'm gonna have to go get them cookies and do a little. Try these Sprouts cookies with me. Or show myself getting in the car, starting the car, driving, show the Sprouts, walking in where the cookies at.
Or you could really play it off and put them on a pan and take them out the oven and eat them and like and then be like, y'all thought these came out the oven, but they didn't.
They came out Sprouts ovens.
Yes. Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
Oh.
They're paying you to do it. Get it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be posting some. I already put a reel up today. I'm gonna be putting them up all week and all month. So, any few bucks is helpful.
Get my money. Get my money. Oh yeah.
Okay. So I'm in my Maya bowl. Look, I be writing stuff out, boy. I be having whole notes in my shit, girl. This is what my things be looking. Look at this. This is what my little, I used to do the little small Post-its, but now I be trying to put some substance to my, things, backing up my talking.
I want to elaborate a bit on this or give you some backstory to it or just kind of point you in the direction of where I was going when I wrote it, and then I'll throw it over to you.
So this one, Harlow. Sorry, I have a visitor today. Girl.
Oh, Harlow, I was like, who?
The hands. It's the hands for me.
Harlow's regular.
Yeah. She's our third guest.
She's a regular. That's Harlow. That's why I'm just talking. I'm like, she's here. I've seen her before.
So this topic is about friendship, and this has been in my bowl a while. But then I saw something on social media last week that I have to go and add some more stuff onto it. But this girl was crying. I'm getting tired of people on social media. She was crying on social media because she planned the girls' night and no one showed up. So like boo-hoo. And I'm just like if you're going to get on social media, get on social media and turn it into identifying what type of friends you have or acquaintances. Don't get on there, it just made me realize and it's just like, okay, bitch. Anyway, so I had already had this topic about understanding friendships, and I'm going to go through them, but my question is going to be, what friend are you? So
the question,
like for me,
is it understanding friendships, or what friend
are you is the question. And now I'm about to go into what type of friend are you? Okay. Yeah. So like, according to the Psych Central website, there's 4 types of friends. You have your acquaintances. Those are like people you have mutual interests with, like networking type people, you know, you see out. Then you have social friends. Those are the friends you might meet at the bar, do things with. They might also be like people you meet at work, you know, that are friends. You okay? You okay? And then you have intimate friends, and those are the ones that, you know, you could share stuff with, you feel a little more open with. And then the 4th one is the epitome of friends. And those are the people that you can be yourself with, it's judgment free, and there's mutual love and loyalty. And in between that, I have other friends, like the friend that you vent to, that will listen to your venting, the friend that is solution oriented, the friend that maybe you want to drink and party with. So those are some of my types of friends to kind of give, to combine with Psych Central's. So I know I'm a solution oriented friend. So whenever you call for me to vent, just know that I'm not the person, you're not going to take my energy and just vent and just drain me. I'm the type of person, so what's the solution? So how are we going to fix this? Because I don't want you coming back to me 2 days later with the same shit. So I'm a solution oriented friend. I'm going to be as empathetic to the situation as possible and lend my ear and be there for you, but I'm also going to be the solution. Like, how can we find the solution? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So what friend are you? And do you agree with the types of friends that Psych Central listed and that I listed?
Okay. So you're asking me now? I don't agree with the way that Psych Central listed it. And not saying I don't agree with yours. This is an interesting topic because I got a problem with categorizing. I'm actually learning to do this now. So funny because we've just recently been talking about this. So I got a problem with, you can party with somebody, but you go and you drain the solution-oriented person. You know what I mean? I got a problem with that. I feel like it's unfair. I feel like it's that the title friendship should not even be given to someone that you can only party with. I don't have a problem with, you know, let's say you have a friend that loves to go to the strip club and you don't. That's just not having everything in common. But I still feel like a well-rounded friend is what everyone should seek to have. It shouldn't be, I party with her, I travel with her, I drink with her. You know, we talk about guys and all that. But when I'm in a pinch and I need some money, or I need someone to give me some sound advice, or someone to have my back or be supportive, I go get this person. No, no. What I've started doing is making necessary adjustments, because I feel like there are people that qualify to be all those things. I'm not saying we got to party together, but we should be able to have dinner together. We should be able to have a drink and be in the presence of each other in some form of like entertainment, social setting. So you never do anything social with me. I'm never invited to any of your events, any things you put on, nothing, because you can easily be like, you know, you don't do all that, but you're quick to hit me up in a supportive manner, to get a solution, to get money. I'm the responsible person. But the other people that you lend your energy and your time to get to see you, those are the people you can't even depend on like that. I got a problem with that. So I don't want as I stretch everything, I don't want 10 different friends to equate to maybe 3 good people I could have in my life. That's just me. I don't want to have, that's my party friend. That's my friend I go do, she don't do this, but she, I can only get this from her, because people should be getting better. Not, you know what I mean? That's weird to me, because I know what kind of friend I am, and I desire to seek people that give off that same caliber or quality of friendship. I'm not saying you got to be just like me, but you should be right up there bar wise. Like, I'm supportive, they're supportive in the capacity they're supportive in. I might support where I give finance. They may support where they're like, I show up to everything, or you can brainstorm with me for hours. They may not be able to physically, they may not go party, but I may be able to be like, can you be the designated driver? Or maybe I don't. Maybe that's just a small portion of what I don't do with them, but it shouldn't eclipse like everything that person is. So I feel like I'm wasting my time, energy, and efforts when I spread myself thin by allowing, because my friendship is important. I think people don't put that on there. Like, it is a not a pleasure, but it's very beneficial. I'm an asset to have on your roster as a friend, or for me to be in your life. So for you to diminish what I do, for you to be like, I'm gonna call and talk your ear off, or I'm gonna use you like this, but I don't really mess with you on these other levels. No, I seek to have that same value. You know what I mean? It's like a job that pays you minimum wage, and you worth more, but you over there. But you see, you are more valuable, could be working someplace else. And you're in there with people that give the bare minimum, but they're the ones that they highlight every month. These are the ones that they'll shout out and be like, couldn't have done it without you. And you're like, what? Would you stay at a job like that? No. If you value who you are, you would go to a place that understands the value you hold, and they recognize it and they respect it. Also, it's a give and take. You wouldn't stay in some low-level paying job that is half-assed and the benefits aren't really that good, and you know what I'm saying, they have you stay overtime sometimes but don't pay you overtime, but they know you're great. You're a great employee. That's why we got you, because we really can't depend on them. But you get paid when everybody else gets paid. Like, no. So I guess I'm saying I don't agree with that. You're on mute.
Draining me of my resources.
Yeah, no, but I find people will do that, and you got to watch people, because they will use you. I'm just coming into that, because I'm the type of person, if you're around me, you're gonna get all of me. Because I always feel like that's being fake. I'm who I am.
I'm like that too.
Yeah,
but like, it's draining though when it's not reciprocated.
Oh, you're not about to drain me.
And that even goes back to whatever we were talking about earlier in the show about friendships, and I forgot what we were talking about, but it's still, we said something about friendships, but yeah, that reciprocation.
No, and I don't even explain no more, because if I have to tell you how to be a better friend to me, and here's the key.
Then you don't need to be in my circle.
No, I'm watching you do it with other people. So you got to watch people. People say one thing and then they'll do something else. And I just watch now. That's why I said I'm at this age, at 46 now, I'm just getting this. I'm just getting an understanding of like, yo, wait a minute.
Well, at 22 days, 20 days shy of 38, I'm very well aware, and
I didn't know this. I used to still be like
with people this year and beyond. I'm just not.
No, I
don't got time. I don't have energy. I don't have the emotions. I don't have the spiritual capacity. I don't have the physical capacity, the emotional capacity. If you're not reciprocating and getting what I'm giving as a friend, I'm going to draw back and give you very minimal access to me, period.
Journey of a Lesbian said it's the new norm. It's okay, that's service. They said your friend should be a universal person. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I'm not making no excuses for people not wanting to be better. And you can show me you want to be better by your efforts. I used to be the person where we were just talking about this. I will meet people. I will be at the nail shop. I'll meet people and they are drawn to my energy. I'm understanding it now. They'll be like, oh my gosh, love your shirt. I love your romper. I love your shoes. And they'll spark up a conversation and we'll start talking. I'm like, what do you do? I got to remember I live in LA too. Cause I didn't, it's so many fakers and with the facade, they trying to figure out like, how can I get something from you? Or if we at the same nail shop, you know, you in here, let me see what you got going on. And I used to be that person. Oh, okay. I really say, I met a woman at the nail shop a year ago. She said, I saw her bag. She said she liked the color I was getting on my nails. And I told her, I like your bag. She said, I make these bags. I was like, okay, I'm all about patronizing, you know, entrepreneurs, you know, small businesses or people that are growing their brand. I ended up having her do 2 custom bags for me. I was like, we should collab and do some stuff. I connected her with the brand that my daughter's doing. It's like, she made bags, never followed through. And not to say, these bags were like about $300.
Yeah.
And I don't mind paying because she was like, I dyed the stuff. Nothing came of it. I just laughed because the reason why I'm cutting people off quicker, because I know I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. You're not. So I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there with you and I'm like, so what you trying to do? You know, you want to do a pop-up, you want to do this, I'm going to be boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
If you're over there, yeah, you feeling it out like I was told last year. Dang, you guys are early. You know, y'all on time. I need y'all to be late. We were told that.
That's bullshit.
Man, y'all not playing. You know, you guys are really like writing your
But that's a person that doesn't value time.
No,
I just understand that time costs more than money.
This is not for play. It's not for play. So for me, no dig on that. I believe that's more of the norm to people having all these categories of friends. Our journey of a legend. Give me 2 universal ones. That's all
I'm fine with 2 or 1. You. And then my sister KK, she's my sister, so she can't be a friend. But to me, she's my friend. Yeah. So you and her will be the only 2 that I feel I can be my most transparent with, my most open. And I don't feel like I have to section you guys off into anything. And I'm fine with that because I like to be alone anyway. I can be my own goddamn best friend if we want to be honest. Hey, Elle, how are girl? I'm good. What you do? Do you want to have a drink? Sure. Cheers. Cheers.
But I think it's unfortunate because just how you look that up, if someone else looks it up and they don't really do a deep dive, they will allow those type of people to exist in their lives. And it's exhausting. It's like I can party with this one, but I can't really be myself with this one. I can't tell them that my bank account is overdrawn.
Then that's not your friend. That's just an acquaintance or someone you just know. And that's why people need to know the difference.
But they won't look at it that way because of the, like you said, with the books, with the definition of different ones. That's why I said I don't agree, because someone will say, oh, I looked this up. I Googled it. And this is how it is.
And 99.99999% of the world does not have a mind of their own. They would go to an article or blog post, and that would be what they go off of instead of dissecting and determining, is this or is this not? Is this? And it's funny because, and I went on that website too because I'm doing something for someone which made me have to research and write about like relationships and communication and active listening and the types of relationships and stuff. And so I was like, you know what? Let me just write all this on my little, my little paper, my big paper.
I feel like it's unfortunate, like how you found that, but you, because of your life experience, because of just the type of individual you are, you want to dig a little deeper. I feel like that there are people that don't really know the value they hold or know who they are or know the type of people they desire to have in their lives that are going to have the impact that they add. So they will take that and be like, oh, this is the structure. This is the blueprint. This is how this should be. And I'm supposed to have a friend. I can party with this friend, but I can't really confide in this friend. And I can, I can be myself with this person, but I can't, tell this person, this is what's going on. I can only show them this version of myself. That's exhausting. That's exhausting to me. And I don't want to be around people I can't be myself, but to an extent, I'm saying like there's
Yeah.
some people like your partner is gonna know all of you. You know, your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever relationship, they're gonna know more most of the time than your best friend or people that you spend a great amount of time with. But if you have girlfriends or your group, you can't call them and talk to them about, you know, you're trying to figure something out or something going on at work, or, you know, you're dealing with some finances, so you can't go out, you know, and this is what's going on. This is the real. If you can't do that, I don't want you in my circle.
Exactly.
I'll deal with the few people that I have and be done with it, you know? Because I think people are afraid to be judged as well.
Look, judgment is a part of life, unfortunately.
So what?
Judgment is a part of life, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. So what type of friend? You said you're the solution oriented.
I think, to be honest, I'm a universal friend, like Journey of the Legend said, but I'm definitely one of the friends that's going to give you the solutions. I'm not the one that's going to just keep hearing you cry on my shoulder, or especially about the same stuff over and over again. I'm the type of person, because who I am, well, what's the solution? Well, how are you going to fix this? Whether it's a relationship, whether it's career oriented, whatever issue it is, how are we going to find a solution to it? Because I can't keep having these conversations, the same conversations every few days.
How do you feel, though, if the person that comes to you and gets the solution-oriented individual that you are, and then you see them get better and they're out partying with the people that might have been a part of the dialogue you guys had? For example, if I were to talk to you and say, you know, I just can't stand it. Like the people that I'm, you know, with at my job, they're all trying to go out and go on these trips and do all this stuff. And, you know, my finances aren't like that. And I can't tell them, you know, I'm just pouring into you, telling you, you know, and this is how it is. And, you know, these are people that are, I'm naming or inserting people in this example I'm giving you as I'm being transparent. So when you give me the solution and I'm like, okay, and I can do that to be in a better place mentally, emotionally, and I can figure it out. And then you see me on Instagram with my friends. We're out jet skiing with my friends because you helped me come up with maybe a budget, a better way of, you know what I'm saying, implementing a savings. You helped me feel better about, you know, accepting that I can go for 2 days, not a whole week. And you helped me figure it all out. And then you see me posting with my besties on the gram, and you don't feel no type of way. Like you couldn't even tell them like what? That to me, call me sensitive, emotional. I got a problem with that.
Well, I personally would be seeing that shit and be like, this is a goddamn shame. This is a goddamn shame. You know you couldn't afford that shit, and you still found a way to rob Peter to pay Paul to be there to put up a front. But at the end of the day, guess what? They might not know, but bitch, I know.
Yeah, but does that take away you wanting to continue to be or be in that position of the solution-oriented friend, or does it change the dynamics of how you gonna rock with them?
I think that for me, just because of the type of person I am, I'm always going to find a solution. Because even for myself, I'm always trying to find a solution. Do I always want to be like that? No. So I don't think that would change the type of person I am, but that would make me set boundaries, because for me, it's deeper than you being able to afford to go and do stuff with these people. Like, it's deeper. Instead of partying, instead of going because you can't necessarily afford it, why don't you go find another stream of income so you can afford it, so you don't have to come to me about the lack of finances and not wanting to tell them that you can't afford it. So you want to put yourself more in debt. Whether it's 1 or 2 days, you're going to be a dummy and put yourself more in debt. So it doesn't necessarily change me not being solution oriented, but it does allow me to now draw boundaries with what I'm going to accept as far as hearing what the fuck come out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Right.
Because I think for me, I'm always going to be a solution-oriented person. But you just showed me that you have no priorities.
Right.
And that you just want to keep up with the Joneses.
Right. I think I'm solution oriented, but I'm also, what were the friends you gave again? You said solution oriented.
For me, I said solution oriented. The friend that you might drink and party with, the friend that you can vent to, you know, because sometimes you can vent and that friend is going to be like, yeah, girl, I feel you. I understand, you know, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of being the yes man to your venting. No. You know, which is bitch, that is a no good answer.
No.
Because they just gonna dig you more in some shit.
I can vent by myself.
Girl, you need to go, like, I need to slice this tire. Bitch, yeah, you need to slice this tire because he needs to know. And then you are the one being booked in jail and your friend who was co-signing you, she ain't got the money to let your ass out because she scrounged up with the little money she can to go skiing for a day or two with these motherfuckers who got more money than her.
So I would say I am a hybrid. I'm a hybrid. I am a solution oriented. I'm the same entertainment type friend. It'll be on some, I won't say we party and drink, and I'll be like, let's go get a whole Airbnb or let's go on a trip. Like, I want to go party. Let's try some new drinks. I'm that friend. You know what I'm saying? I want to try some new drinks. I want to be someone that's assisting you with the solution. I'm the person that you can vent to. And we still gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna let you vent today, but tomorrow your ass needs to call because we gonna figure this out. I'm gonna let you cry tonight, cry the river. I'm not gonna say anything. There's no judgment, but this shit can't be going on next week. What you gonna do? So I feel like I'm a hybrid. I'm definitely not just one of those. I am I'm bored. I'm all of them combined. You know,
me and you are like, because I am the type of person we've been doing this for years, and that Netflix show took my line. Because I'll talk to my cousins who will be just draining, but I'd be like, "Are you a bad bitch?" That's my thing to like get them to. Are you a bad bitch?
Thank you.
Now, why are you letting this man make you feel that way?
you gotta figure out. Me personally, I got my drink refill.
Look, I'm about
I was like,
let me just pour the rest of this, okay?
It's so good. What is it?
We drinking tonight, bitch. We drinking. It's been what, a month and a half?
So raspberry vodka and cranberry. It's so sweet and it's so good. I know I'm gonna be toe up later.
And that's okay.
No, because I'll drink. Because when it's good like this, it's like.
As your friend, live your life, bitch. Live your life.
I'm gonna live my life. It's so delicious.
I'm a universal friend. Live your life.
But you saw, I had this paired with, because you're never supposed to do paired with. I had chicken, spinach, and lasagna with white sauce. I had a avocado, cucumber and black olive salad with the butter lettuce and stuff, and then I had French bread. So I was over here tearing it up.
I know you was tearing it up. It looked good. It's too late for me to eat, but I had some chicken thighs, and I put a little ranch dressing mix on it, and I grilled it like in the pot. I didn't put oil or anything because I have a nonstick pot. So I let it brown on each side and it created its own gravy. Had a huge salad with English cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, romaine. I made a baked potato earlier because we have the same thing for lunch. I also made wings that I put in the oven with the same sauce just so I could meal prep for lunch and stuff tomorrow. But then I had some broccoli and brown rice also on the side because, you know, Harlow, she loves her broccoli. But yeah.
That sounds.
And it was good. But that lasagna with the white sauce, I know that was hidden because first of all, I love lasagna. And lasagna with white sauce really do be hidden.
It was spinach, 5 different types of cheese, chicken breast. But here's the deal. This is what I've made. Everybody does these New Year's resolutions. This is what I said. I'm a foodie at heart. I'm going to eat. I don't have to eat a whole bunch. I'm going to eat and I'm going to be active.
Exactly.
I think and that goes into, I think that you don't want to deprive yourself of good food. You don't want to be like, I can't have it. This is just for me.
Yeah.
I'm on the back end of my golden years.
Yeah.
I'm already planning for 70 and 80. God say the same. So for me, my quality of life, I'm going to have what I want to have. Portion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Portion wise, it needs to be like, Bear, come on, you do not have to eat that whole tray of lasagna. I'm going to have a good size, but I'm going to have a salad with some avocado and, some cucumbers and whatever else you want. And
you're eating it before the cutoff time so you can to your circadian rhythm.
I'm that same person at night. If I'm in the bed and I want some M&Ms with peanuts, I'm going to have me a handful of M&Ms with peanuts.
I just had a couple of thin Oreo cookies because when I was grocery shopping this morning downstairs, I was like, I got a taste for Oreo cookies. So I bought some Oreo cookies. So I just had 3 of them while we were on the phone while I was going back and forth to the kitchen dealing with the kid.
Here's the deal. If you're happy, first you got to be happy with yourself because I don't want it to push to anybody not to be happy in their own skin. But we have been hoodwinked and bamboozled to look the way that the world is pushing. This is how you have to look. First of all, you know your body type. If ain't nobody in your family had a snatched waist and a big booty you already tripping.
Yeah.
My thing is I'm working on, I'm going to keep my skin right. My teeth going to be together. I want my eyes glowing where I'm drinking my carrot juice, eating my apples and my avocados every day. I'm going to be glowing.
It's balance. And that's what people don't realize. Balance. If you know you like to eat fucked up and indulge, just make sure you're getting your heart rate up. Make sure you're incorporating fruits and veggies. Make sure you're getting your H320. Make sure you're taking vitamins. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself while you're indulging in the things that you enjoy and love.
And you got to find the sacrifice and stuff because here's the deal. Every day I take 5,000 milligrams of the B12, the chewables. Those are delicious. I take I love Mega Foods vitamins. I take a multi, I take a blood builder. And then I do 80-20. It's like the 80 is the fruit. See, people have to drink all this water. I have no filter. I don't have no problems on my skin. But what I learned was I've always loved fruit. Yeah. I'm working on now getting more sleep. But as far as my skin, I love fruit. So my thing is, everything else has always been on the back end. I'm starting my day off with fruit. I'll chop an apple up. I'm going to have a bowl of pineapples. It's like, ooh, I want some grapes. I want some, strawberries. I'm going to have more fruit in my refrigerator. So if I do have some Cheetos, because I'm like, ooh, my cycle is here. I'm crazy.
Yeah, then you enjoy it.
But guess what? It's the 20%. My 80s is fruit, vegetables, water, all that stuff. And also I find for me, like I said, I'm going in my golden years. I'm going towards 50. So my thing is more so like, what do I enjoy doing? I'm on my Zumba Rush So Cold right now. At the end, they'll tally it up and it'll be like fan, Zumba rocker, Zumba legend. It'll show you your technique. I be in here drenched in sweat. I love dance. I love, outdoors. You have to find things you're going to stay with when you're going into your golden years. This middle age, they'll tell you, go to the gym, do this, smoothies, juice. And it's like, if this is not going to be a lifestyle for you,
then don't do it. Intentionality, if that's ignored. It's about being intentional about those things. Like, even for me, I'll put some music on and me and Harlow will be in the living room dancing. I'd be whining and be sweating after a damn Beyonce song or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. And I'm like, dang, I feel this. Or I'll go grab my waist and be doing stuff and just dancing around because I love to dance too. I used to dance when I was younger. In high school and college, I was on dance teams and stuff. So For me, I'll wind my waist for a little bit. I'll do little things. I'll start doing some off the head choreography just to get my heart rate pumping, and I just be feeling good. And those are what I love. I get up, I get to work by 6:30, but I'll leave the house earlier so I can get to the market by my job at 6, right when they open. And I'll go in there and grab up some fruit, some blueberries, raspberries, some yogurt, some grapes, a grapefruit juice, because they make fresh juice. And I'll get that stuff. So when I get to work, I make coffee because I created a coffee club at work. I'll rinse my grapes. I'll drink my water. I'll squirt my chlorophyll in my water. I'll drink my chlorophyll in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. And I'll eat my fruit, and I just be intentional about that. Even now, like, I'll make the coffee at Coffee Club, and I might not even drink the coffee because in the morning, I'll say, you know what, I'm just going to have my shot of espresso before I leave or on the way to work. Just put in my little cup on the way to work. So when I get to work, I'm not going to drink that coffee. I'm just going to have my fruit and stuff. But I always make sure I drink a lot of water and lime water before I have my shot of espresso, because I never want that to be the first thing my body takes in. So I try to be very intentional about that. Just like I told you earlier, I've been intentional about when I get off of work, I'm going to go cook dinner and I'm going to eat, and I'm not going to eat after 5 or 5:30. I'm just going to drink water. If I feel the need to eat, it's going to be some grapes or something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to be intentional. And like you, I'm pushing 40. I'm about to be 38 on the 24th of this month. So I'm nearing those years. And, you know, as I get older, I just want to make sure I'm taking care of myself as best I can so I can live longer. You never know when your last days are, and that's fine. But the days that you are here, you should be intentional about taking care of your body and what works for you, and not what society and the media and marketing is pushing to you. Just make sure you're healthy. Just make sure you're giving your body the fuel that it needs. You know, and in return, that stuff is helping your mental, your emotional, your spiritual. It's helping you in so many ways that people don't even know, because they're so just intertwined with, well, I this and I that and I this and I that, you know? Like, I wasn't drinking wine for the past month or so because my body wasn't agreeing with it. So I knew, let me step back from the wine for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me cut down on my coffee for a little bit. I'm not feeling right inside. You know what I'm saying? So I have to make some minor adjustments. And, you know,
I think that a banging body should be the byproduct of choosing to live a healthy lifestyle. I think that they have it backwards, and for me, I've switched it so that I can live or transition to living a happy life. I think that people are focused more on the banging body and not the healthy lifestyle. And I think that the banging body can be the byproduct of you choosing to live a healthy lifestyle, for you to choosing to eat like fruits and incorporate more vegetables in your life, to choosing to have some movement. As YG Blaze said, that she's going to walk three miles. Those are things that you are choosing to do, and the byproduct of that may be
is a banging body.
Yeah.
It's a happy, healthy life. What people don't realize is when you start really taking care of yourself, you are happier on another level. You are experiencing joy. You are experiencing things and seeing things that you might not otherwise have seen or experienced when you was just eating the bullshit and not being intentional about taking care of yourself.
Look, I tell you what, I promise you, first of all, they push this narrative so much of what your body needs to look like, where people are waist training, and no dig on them. But if you feel like that's what makes you feel good, for you to have a snatch waist, go girl, go for you, go whatever. But for me, I think the overall goal is for me to feel good, and that exudes and exemplified in my energy. And that to me, I have more people tell me I look good because I feel good. And I'm taking care of my skin, and I'm choosing to put this in my mouth more than this. I can have some of this, but the majority of what I'm taking in And people are like, I'm drinking, this much water, 8 gallons of water. You don't have to drink that much water when your diet consists of fruit and vegetables, because a lot of vegetables are a majority of water. You only have to consume all that water because you eating all this fast food and this crap, this
full of salt, full of sugar and additives and everything. So that shit's drying your mouth, making you dehydrated, making you thirsty. You're drinking water and you're not feeling hydrated.
Or every diet that I've seen, I think Kim Kardashian was saying, I never drink so much water in my life. Here's my deal. This is what I'm thinking. And I need to say this because, one, I'm a Black woman. Genetically, we're different. I don't know, but I'm just thinking. I can't even consume gallons of water like that. I'm not even thirsty like that. But I shouldn't be consuming food like that either. So it's a trade-off. When you feel hungry, drink the water first before you eat the damn food.
Exactly.
And then see if you're still hungry. Or if you are like, I'm hungry, eat the food that contains a higher percentage of water. I'm the queen of chopping up a whole cucumber.
Yeah, that's high water content.
Yeah,
but we're so programmed though, because of marketing. This is not happening in other countries. We're so programmed to like eat. If you ever go to Cheesecake Factory and they put their calories next to their dishes, why the hell is the pasta dish 2,750 calories?
Oh, I didn't even know that. Damn.
Pay attention. If you ever, just pull the menu up online. They have the calories, or they used to. I'm pretty sure they're still on there. They will put the calories per meal. So technically, if you go eat a cheesecake right now, that is your daily calorie and your next day calorie. So your ass should be eating for 3 days if you go off calories. I personally don't count calories. First of all, it's too much, too time consuming. It fucks up your mental. If you're eating nutrient dense foods, then they're low in calories but high in nutrients. So you can eat a lot of it and not have to hit 1,500 calories, but you're still getting full. You're getting the nutrients you need, and you're getting the calories you need. You're just not hitting the number because the foods are nutrient dense. But of course, people don't know that, and they feel like they have to count calories in order to lose weight. And if you educate yourself, you don't have to.
YG Blaze said you're probably dehydrated and not hungry in the first place. True. This is where I'm about to go way left. Just bear with me. It's not the drink. I saw Woman King, and I was looking at their bodies, like Viola Davis, the people they cast, and they did work out to get in shape.
Speaking of, she just got an EGOT. She's an EGOT winner now.
What is that?
An EGOT is when you get an Emmy, a Grammy, EGO, what's the O? An Oscar, a Tony. Yeah. So like Whoopi Goldberg is an EGOT. She's got every single award and everything. So just today she became an EGOT winner because she got an EGOT at the Grammys, which is on today. So you got Whoopi, Jennifer Hudson, and since you're speaking of Viola Davis, she is now an EGOT. Yeah. And there's very few of them.
Yeah, she said.
And very few blacks. But now the black folks are coming in.
Yeah,
but
she
just
said,
sorry, I have to side note that because you were speaking of Viola Davis, who is an amazing actress.
Yeah, she said it's O is for Oscar.
Yeah,
you said
O is for Oscar.
So
yeah.
I'm saying, I was referencing her, and yes, hands down, amazing actress. I've seen Woman King 3 times now, by the way. I saw it when it first came out. Then I watched it again just for a movie night with me and my guy. And then I watched it again with my son's friend. We watched it because she hadn't seen it. And I was just like, I'm there. And I watch it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. But when I looked at it, I was looking at that. And then I thought about us as a people. And I was like, damn, our ancestors probably looked down with disappointment more often than not because we do less with more. You don't even have to make it that complicated with counting calories or none of that stuff. It's about what you're doing versus which it's fuel. It's just fuel.
It's
Just
like fuel.
You're putting fuel in your body. But I looked at their bodies. I said, they're not at the gym 5 times a week. They're not doing squats and all that. This is regular, whether they're working on farms or whether they were working on plantations or whether they were, just athletic in nature. It's like, be real with yourself. What do you do all day? If your job consists of you sitting on your butt all day and your caloric intake, you don't got to count the calories. You're eating. It's like putting the nozzle of gas in your tank and having it fill up, and then it just starts overflowing on the ground. You don't need that much. So you have to set the balance where these are M&Ms I'm having because they're available and I want them, versus this is food I eat for fuel.
Yes.
If the food you eat to fuel you is trash, then you could have a trash body.
Yes.
Now, you do have to take into account where there are years where you weren't able to give and love on your body in the capacity that's needed, whether you had a kid, and you gained some weight from that, and you just were like, I never really got to get back into loving and giving my body what it needed. You're not walking every day. You're not doing something where there's movement that allows you to burn the extra fat that you got.
Yeah.
Child. And that could be,
I'm
talking about,
I am her.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm talking about people that have gone years. They have teenage children where it's like, I've been pouring so much into my kid, I never poured back into me. She's in gymnastics, ballet, swim team. I'm making
sure what you doing?
And creative dance and learning different languages and got the new bike and all this stuff. But what did you do for yourself? So just have some grace, love where you're at, but also acknowledge that I got to pour into me in a sense. So like you said, dancing in the living room. I told you, I'm telling y'all, that's a cheat code. If you like Zumba regular, you will love Zumba Connect on the Xbox. When I tell you I'm having a Zumba party up in here and the music be good and I like good music, I'll turn it up to 58 on the speakers, baby. You got the sound bar and everything. And I'll be in here bachata and dancing, and it's just beautiful. It's amazing. And I sweat so much, and I can see you burn this many calories, but I'm looking for the technique. Like, did I get out? Did I get, because it's fun for me. But in me, making it a lifestyle, my skin reaps the benefits. My booty is reaping the benefits. You know what I'm saying? My waist is reaping the benefits. My calves are reaping the benefits. And let's just be real transparent and clear. And I've said this several sipping lives back. People are so worried about the world giving them girl, your body is banging. You don't have to be naked in front of nobody but yourself and who you choose to be. Male, female, whatever it is. And I'm on some don't worry about it, bitch. Somebody like it.
Exactly.
I like it. First, I like it. I love all of it. And who I'm with, that's the only thing. He or she or whoever, they loving it. But if you want to go on the beach and have your cheeks out because this celebrity got her cheeks out, and I just saw a thing the other day, and I'm making a point to be on there so that I can lend to these conversations that we have. I think it was Mary J. Blige. They caught her on the beach, and they took a picture of her butt from the back, and they body shamed her. They said, "Oh my gosh,
she's 50 years old and look better than half y'all." 99% of y'all motherfuckers. You wish you could grace like Mary J. Blige. You wish you could grace like her.
She had some cellulite in her butt, and they were just like, "Oh, cover it up, ooh, ooh, ooh." And then they showed her walking from the front. Her stomach was snatched. She didn't. To me, Mary's winning. Body's banging. I don't want to be hard. You got to figure out what you like, not what the world deems as beauty, but what you like.
And what makes you feel good. Do your clothes look good? Do you feel good on the inside? Are you glowing from the inside out? Because that's what matters. I could give a fuck about what someone's saying on the internet about my ass, but just know my ass is healthy. You probably over there body shaming me, eating bonbons and motherfucking Doritos and drinking some Coke.
I'm real backwards with it. I go feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
Skin, then my teeth. I'm big on the whites of my eyes. I'm working on it now. My hair gonna stay together. I've nursed 2 full-grown kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a breast job. No dig on nobody else want one. But whoever I'm with, they gonna get all the breast ain't where they was when they was 20. I'm gonna have some stretch marks on my stomach because I gave birth to 2 babies. Actually, 3 pregnancies, but 2 babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love to work on keeping the softness of my skin.
Yeah.
You know, like rubbing, like when you touch me, it's soft. These are things. I'm gonna segue into something. This ain't even a bowl, but I was having this conversation today. They got the game all fucked up, and I can only say it that way. I heard it was Lotto, the rapper Lotto. Mm-hmm. She was on the it's not the Breakfast Club, it's Big Boy, but Big Boy used to have them. So I get it.
Yeah, I love Big Boy.
Right, but Big Boy was like, so what's going on? And she was like, my man, I don't pay for nothing. I don't pay for anything. I don't pay no bills. I don't pay for this because that's my man. And she was like, and as long as he's doing that, and she made a little, that's what's happening. She said it real quick. And so when I looked at it, I said, wow. When I look at, not her specifically, but I heard her say it, but it made me think about Amber Rose, because I recently saw something she did, and she was like, don't worry about it. And the man she was with, that she had a child with, is now with Cher, who's 76 years old. That has to do something to your mental. So I said, what I get from that, this is just me. It's not facts. It's just my thoughts. Amber Rose, body on, like bam. Amber Rose doing a slut walk, talking about whose booty do I have to eat to go to the Super Bowl. All these things, very sexually, like very sexual and very open about it. And all this stuff. And I thought about it. Those things don't keep a man. They don't. And even with Lotto making her statement, I said, wow, they take away the power of choice. The beauty in hearing me change that statement just a bit, saying, I don't pay for anything because he won't let me. Because naturally a man, I believe, wants to provide.
Yeah.
He wants to provide. Yeah, he wants to protect, but it sounds so transactional when you say you don't pay for anything.
So I just make sure
and also the choice in a woman, when I love a man like that, they take away the very essence of who we are. Because when we love you, you got it anyway. What's mine is yours. Yep. You can't keep me from spending my money on taking care of the house, the bills. I'm never gonna say I don't pay nothing. He won't even let me, and I'm still trying to spoil him as he spoils me. It's like boom, 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 boom. I think that they've lost sight of allowing men to be the protectors, the providers, and they pursue. I was told this, and I understand it now more than ever at this age, because when you got a woman in front of you telling you as a man, I'm Lotto, I'm this, I'm that, and I look at my body and look at all this. What value do you add to him as a man? I don't think a man really the epitome of what I feel a man is, and what I really feel just from hearing and watching and listening. Men naturally want to provide for a woman, protect her, love on her. She wants for nothing. But you have to add the value that allows him to be that type of man. I don't think that they do that. I think, though, she's coming in being so overly sexual and overly independent.
And how does that evolve him?
Right.
How does that evolve him as a man? And in a relationship, you want to evolve, you want him to evolve, you want the relationship to evolve. At some point, the sexuality gets played out. Shit is played out, and that, I hate to use this term, but that's what determines high value men and high value women, and low value men and low value women, because it's not even about money. It's about the evolution of you guys apart and you guys together.
But you know what, Elle, it becomes very transactional. It's like, he pay, I don't spend no money,
so I'm gonna make sure I give him the good down.
And also the whole title of being with Amber Rose, Lotto. Like, do you know how many men want to bed me? Do you know how many men want to touch up on me? And it shouldn't.
How does that evolve me? Niggas wanting to touch up on me.
Listen.
How is that making my life better? How is that getting me to the next level? That's just making me feel used and like trash.
YG Blaze said men will do anything for you willingly when you add value, but if you play them in a bad what does it say, bitch, and
you will get nothing.
You'll get nothing. And you're absolutely right. I feel like more women, and here's the telltale sign. If you don't believe me, just watch how the length of these relationships go. It's like it would do something to me, something terrible.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
It messes me up. If I was Amber Rose and the man I just had a kid by that I was supposedly in love with is with 76-year-old Cher.
Which is random as fuck. Like, where the fuck did y'all meet? Where the hell was Cher at a geriatric community center?
But you know what? No, but Cher might be old school. I'm not saying she embodies everything that I'm talking about. I'm just saying that in order for you to unlock, you know what I'm saying, what I feel like the true essence of a man is, you have to add value to who he is. Mm-hmm. And it's not about your pocketbook. It's not about a bunch of dudes.
It ain't about your body.
Jada Waiter, I don't have no problem with her. But she recently said, as it's recent before the last Sip and Live we had, you know, I'm not with pretty much her baby's daddy. She's not with him, but they're the best of friends, and they're gonna tell each other everything, and they're gonna beat each other's lives. And if he started dating somebody, you know, I will respect it, but that's when it comes. I'm saying,
but if you're such the best of friends and tell each other everything, you just said everything that a relationship is. The person you're in a relationship is, whether you're boyfriend, girlfriend, partners, marriage, you are their best friend. You should be able to tell them everything. But everything you lay just ... That's a part of a relationship. So in between, you not saying something.
Listen, I wanted to get these shirts made a long time ago, and it was so outlandish.
Bitch,
but it's like, he might want to fuck you, but he wants to keep me. Mm-hmm. And just, you know, it was very like, wow, out there. But what I meant by that is there are many beautiful women aesthetically appealing physically. Yeah. I mean, when I look, I'm like, wow, she's got a nice body, she's beautiful. But to want to keep a woman, when I say keep, maintain relationship with her.
Your body is not an inclination that you are a kept woman.
No.
Like Nicki Minaj said, I'm not the type to be next, I'm the type to be kept. Now, I don't know if she's the type to be kept or not, but the lyrics right there, bitch, you were next and I'm a kept.
And I didn't even know she said that. And I feel that lyric because
it's Young Blues song, but she was on it. I forgot the name, Love is Blind. Anyway, she say, I'm not the type to be, you never had a queen on deck. I'm not the type to be next. I'm the type to be kept. Listen, I'm the type to let him know, nigga know he regrets that he slept with some
give us a whole genius rundown.
Bitch, yeah. Because I be listening to that shit. But again, you're a next bitch and I'm a kept bitch.
And listen,
that's a t-shirt right there. You're a next bitch, I'm a kept bitch.
I never looked at it that way, but I'm going to tell you what. I may not be the baddest body-wise. I may not be the prettiest in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? But the type of men I attract, and I know this, the caliber of men, I am a woman they desire to protect, provide, and it's like whatever you want, Bear. Whatever you want.
But look at them. They attract boys. Y'all hitting 40 and these ages, you want to attract men. Y'all ain't attracting men. Y'all are attracting boys. I don't care if they 40, 45, 38. These men, they're boys that you're attracting. They're not men. Because the man is mentally elevated. A man is mentally elevated. You know, a man is going to add value and you are going to add value, which means you're a girl. You're not even a woman.
YG Blaze said it's because these women are trying to be men and then get mad when they're treated like men. Absolutely. I even take it down to the physical part. We talked about this. A man's penis, you're not gonna never know how many women he's been with because of the way his penis is, but you'll know with a woman how many men been up inside of her because the walls change and everything. They got all
and everything, girl.
Surgeries now and all kind of stuff. My thing is, if women would focus on being the best version of themselves and just really block out what the world is saying, they will attract a different caliber of man.
Because that's true. You will attract a different caliber of everything. The people who are meant to dismiss out of your life will dismiss, and new people and things will attract into your life when you start taking care of you. You will find a love in a man that you never even knew existed. But because we're so programmed, we are going to be accepting, and like YG Blaze just said, too scared of being alone. A lot of people are too scared to be alone. But sometimes you need to be alone.
But watch this.
Why are you afraid to be a bitch?
But here's the deal. You're still alone when you're with people.
Exactly.
You're alone when you're worried about when is this man gonna go after the next big booty, small waist, you know, the next girl, the it girl, she's so fine. When you know that's all you have to offer. When you begin to pour into who you are and your light truly resonates and shines in the true essence of you, you attract a different type of individual. It's a whole different frequency you operating on. I live this. This is not something I'm saying. I live this. When I began to have an understanding and love of Bara, and like, this is what I do, these are the things I love, this is how I value my body, and I want it to be a lifestyle of what I eat, who I entertain, who I surround myself with, where I shop, I begin to attract a different caliber person. And I'm going to tell you something. You could have 2 people in your life that are stronger than 20 people somebody else got in their life. I'm talking about friends and boyfriend, girlfriend, husband. I'll say this. My team is colder than a team of 20 people because what they gonna put into the efforts, the quality, the type of like no sleep, burning the midnight oil, how they pour into me and I pour into them, we'll put squads to shame. And I say that in reverence and being grateful, because if it wasn't for me tapping into who I am and watering who I am and focusing on shining and being and operating in me, I couldn't have attracted those kind of people. Mm-hmm. I couldn't have attracted that kind of mate. Because when you start emulating other shit, you don't know what they got going on behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. It's just a look. It's what the narrative the world is pushing. So it's like, no dig on her. I feel bad for Lori Harvey. I really do. Because I'm a woman. That shit's going to get old. If she don't find her a Steve Harvey real quick, and I don't even know if Marjorie's happy. If she don't find her somebody, I'm telling you, the miles that you put on your vagina and the whole facts as they continue to go up, men don't perceive us the same way as a man sowing his oats. Yeah. They can push that narrative all they want, but as I had a conversation with my husband the other day, this shit is a sport. These women age out. They looking for the new up and coming. Lori Harvey is aging out, so she gonna have to catch somebody quick. Yeah. All that having sex and being the it girl at some point, that shit gets old. They looking for the new up and coming girl. Yeah. You're old. You what was the past. And at some point, the quality and caliber of individual you are has to speak more than you having your skin out or you just being a pretty face. Mm-hmm. Do you know how?
Yeah, and it don't matter how much designer you wear or what you have access to, what runway shows you were at and stuff. That shit don't matter. Bad pictures are coming a dime a dozen. They are coming in like herds, bitch, like sheep.
Because you
don't
coming in. Add value. And a man, you either gonna be like Nicki Minaj said, you said next, or you gonna
catch.
And catch in a sense meaning like, it's something about this woman, the way she rubs my head, provides for me, and we can, as Jay-Z say, bounce ideas off of each other. Like, I love the very essence of her. Brent Faiyaz said that. Did you see that? I sent it to you a while back. Brent Faiyaz said he stopped looking at the woman that garnered the attention in the room because of the way she looked. He said he started focusing on the presence of the woman. Whatever woman came in the room, and it was like the way people desired to be around her and have conversation with her. He said she may not have been the baddest to everyone else. He said, but he watched how she controlled the room.
Yeah.
Her very
I've had some people say I have a silent confidence, and if I walk in the room and demand people's attention, I don't intentionally do that, but I just have an aura about myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be this person like, hey, I'm here. I just come in as myself, and I think that's what we lack, is just coming in as ourselves and our whole self, and let people attract to that. When you come in with an agenda and wanting to be seen, you're going to attract that attention. You're not going to attract the quality of people attention, whether it's men, women, business relationships, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You're more in the know than I am with this stuff. Name one broad that pushed the bad bitch narrative that you see, and it's like she is living a happy life. She is married, or she's kept, or her and her man going strong. Like, when I see her goals, name one that came with the bad bitch narrative. Specifically, I'm speaking on that. Because Amber Rose is a bad bitch. Jada Waiter is a bad bitch. Who else? Name any.
I can't give you one. I don't know who came with a bad bitch narrative that
Lori Harvey's a bad
relationship
bitch.
thriving.
Kim Kardashian is a bad bitch. Name anybody that has the bad bitch narrative that is you like, wow. But look at them.
None of them are successful. They all done been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that. I can't name nobody.
Nobody?
Bitch, no, I don't know nobody.
Anybody?
You know somebody? Cause I don't know nobody.
Journey of a Legend, YG Blaze.
Anybody who got the bad bitch narrative?
Cause I mean, these are who a lot of women are setting the standard of.
Wanting to look and be, but
Amber, Jada Waiter, Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian, she just threw me when she went with Pete Davidson. We're not gonna talk about that. I was confused. But let's just look at it. Name one. Name one. Now let's go to the ones that aren't bad bitches. Michelle Obama ain't a bad bitch. I don't agree with everything Barack did in the presidency. But is Michelle Obama walking around with bad bitch vibes? She got her a whole ass man that was the president. Right? That's not a bad bitch narrative. Who else? Even she don't even come off as a bad bitch, but their marriage is so like, I look left. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, I'm just scared of that whole relationship.
We don't even know what the fuck to call that shit at this point.
And watch this.
But they together and they make it.
Watch this. Oh girl, the ones that ain't preaching bad bitch, the dude that did Star Wars, George Lucas, his wife is a black woman.
Yep. Is Steven Spielberg's wife black too? Another director's wife is black too, I think. There's quite a few of them Jew men with them black women.
But they not walking around preaching bad bitch. You pull up George Lucas's wife right now, she look regular. Who else is another narrative? Tom Hanks and his wife been together. Now I'm probably about to go all over into a whole nother ethnicity. But in our culture, the ones that preach bad bitch, they are not in successful relationships. They're not.
Because they're too focused on the bad bitch part.
I just want to know how the bad bitch pays off.
The bad bitch don't pay off.
I remember
because you have nothing to offer but your bad bitchness. And really isn't a bad bitchness, because if we want to dive deeper, a bad bitch is the one that's going to be evolving on her own with her man and in their relationship. Bitch, you were just external being.
What's that? Jada Waiter, because I always hear about Erica Mena, Joe Budden's girls. All these women have amazing bodies. These are good looking women. Mm-hmm. I just want to know why a majority want to pattern themselves after it. Lori Harvey, what has she done? Let's look at how she's like, ooh, she got a different man. But as a woman, what like exudes like success there? Like, ooh, I want that. I want to be photographed with Future, ducking with Trey Songz, then with Michael B. Jordan, photographed with P. Diddy, and now with Damon Idris or whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is.
Do you know how many miles that is on your vagina at some point? No dig on her, but I want to say to other young women, as a woman, that really ain't what they selling. Don't sign up for the hype. That ain't what you want. You want
that shit gets played out really quickly.
Listen,
because men trust and believe. They may be like, oh, bad bitch right then, but after a while, when you have no substance or nothing else to offer, that shit gets old, and they will go find him a George Lucas type bitch.
Listen, YG Blaze said Amber Rose on her forehead, girl, bye. I was done when she sniffed 21 Savage's draws. Everybody forgets about that and said I miss him so much and sniffed his draws. Like, that was a moment that was highlighted. It was put out there on Instagram. No dig again on all these women. What I'm saying is, this narrative for the up and coming young women, this ain't it.
Yeah.
If you enjoy betting different men, more power to you. But if you feel like this is what's going, look at Fabulous Girl. And I don't know what this new thing is. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying you have to be married, but I've never seen in my life so many women having multiple babies with these dudes. Girl. Kylie Jenner, I didn't even know she had another baby.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? How does that? Is it like, I got money, you got money, let's have a baby? Boom, got a baby.
And you just don't even know her and Travis's relationship, because if any relationship is under wraps, I guess that one would be, because sometimes you hear stuff and then you'll see them posting stuff, and so you don't even know. But I'm pretty sure it ain't all peachy clean.
I'm not. You have a child. You understood what childbirth is. YG Blaze is near. You understand what childbirth is. I'm not laying down having no babies with no dude, and we not together like that. That's a lot. Especially
because it comes down to, I just want to make sure they have the same dad. No. Like with Chloe, it was, I just want she was doing it because she wanted to make sure if she had another kid, it was with the same dad. But he a fuck ass nigga. Why would I want to have? I don't care if I end up falling in love with someone else and we have a kid. Then fine, they got two different daddies. But I'm not going to have, just for the sake of my kids having the same daddy, I'm going to have a baby with a fuck ass motherfucker.
It's bigger than that. I feel like it's like, I've got money, you've got money, you've already got one. Everything is so transactional right now. That's scary.
Ain't even no love involved. Ain't even nothing emotional, spiritual involved in this
and
shit.
You said spiritual. YG Blaze says sexual demons are real. I don't know why people keep playing. It's not. It's very transactional. It's like, let's have a baby. Let's go. Yeah. What's the song? Half on a baby. Like, shit. I already got one. That's wild.
I need your body next to me and scream you. Oh, nah, baby. That's a little R. Kelly for y'all.
All I know is I want to be the person that says to the young girl that's coming up with the banging body, no dig on none of these women, but Lori Harvey, Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose, it is not the way. Because at some point, emotionally, you want to connect with somebody.
And it don't matter how much money you got, you will still be empty. And you got the money, but you're going to be empty in the most important part in your life. Love is one of the most important parts in people's lives. It doesn't matter how much money you have. When you are missing in that aspect of your life, you are fucked up.
I just saw, you know who Shannon Sharp is, right? Mm-hmm. I just saw Shannon Sharp do an interview with Ocho Cinco, and he said that he's like, I'm about to be a nickel. He's about to be 55. And Ocho Cinco said, did he ever regret not being married? And he said, you know, he was like, I was a bad father, a bad brother, he was just saying he was bad in all these areas, but football was first. And he said that he does realize now that having all that stuff and not having anyone to share it with, it means nothing.
Exactly.
And I hear more people on the back end as they get older have this aha moment where it's like, none of this money equates to it. I don't care about none of this stuff. I want love. I want relationship. I want that kind of connection with another person.
Because with money, what do you really have? Yeah, you have access to go on trips and buy shit. But after you done went to the Louis store how many times, went on this trip how many times, and then you go home, what do you have at home? What's there? Because you didn't build relationship. Because your career, when in reality, you could have built a career and a relationship. It was possible. We multitask every day in fucking life. You know?
Yeah.
You think that playing football and just make shit. I'm a whole mom, got a business, a 9 to 5, and a motherfucking baby right here. Okay? And I'm still right here. So how could you have not, you just chose what you're not changing, you're choosing. And at the end of the day, you guys chose to have that mentality, to live that life, to put your D in every which V that there was. And you chose not to find someone to build a life, a home, and a relationship with. That's what you chose. And it's not too late. I mean, is he not with that lady anymore that is pregnant? That he was engaged to? Who was on Miami listings? You know, Sunset listings. They have the Miami one with all the black women. Is he no longer with her? She was pregnant.
What are you talking about?
Ocho Cinco.
I wasn't keeping up with him. I don't know. Because he says weird stuff that doesn't make sense.
Because when you said he's like, oh, he regrets not building something, I'm like, well,
no,
with her? Like,
no. Shannon Sharp said that.
Oh, Shannon Sharp. Oh, okay.
Ocho Cinco says some stuff to me sometimes, to each his own. But he said when he goes out on a date with a woman, this was not on that show.
Yeah.
He has her. They go to I don't want to say Dave and Buster's, but that's all I can think of right now. And he has her run and do all these things athletically so he can see if she's compatible if they were to get together and have a baby.
That don't make your baby can still come out autistic, Down syndrome, cross-eyed, a mutant, and all kinds of shit. Nigga, that do not determine how your baby.
I was done with Ocho Cinco when he said that, and as Journey of a Legend said, McDonald's is where he take them. He still eats McDonald's. He doesn't. To me, when like certain stuff.
First of all, McDonald's ain't even real food.
Oh, he says he still eats it to this day.
Okay,
that's what his diet consists of. So,
because I don't eat no motherfucking McDonald's. Bitch.
Unless McDonald's is paying him endorsement wise, you should not be saying that. Where people think that you were a top athlete, and at this age, your ass is still eating McDonald's like that. That's
exactly.
But I no, it was Shannon Sharp that said.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, and I don't know too much about Shannon Sharp's background. I mean, so yeah, I thought you were talking about Ocho Cinco because you know me, I bitch for
real. I just feel we segued into so many.
I
never had to go to my bowl, but that's how it was supposed to flow tonight.
We done had 5. We done talked about friendship.
We did.
We done talked about suicide. We done talked about health and nutrition. Mm-hmm. We done talked about relationships. We done talked about cocktails. We done talked about so much.
Oh, I changed. I never even went to my bowl, but I'm okay with it. I think YG Blaze said she didn't complain about McDonald's. That's why he fell in love.
Hey, she didn't complain because he got money, bitch.
Listen, to each his own.
Of course she didn't complain. She was like, you know, let me get the 20-piece nuggets with a large fry and some sweet and sour sauce.
Let's add Delicious on there too. The one that was on Flavor Love. Her body is, hey, if that's what they pushing, her body is that narrative. Delicious is boom, 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 body, little waist, big butt, thick thighs, and she don't have a man. So if you don't know nothing else, just fact check. Just fact check. These women that their people are going under the knife to get these bodies, that does not guarantee you landing a quality man. And you know what? Maybe I'm stretching it. Maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I feel like you think that's what I'm thinking. That's what you want, but maybe it's just the attention. Maybe you just want to be up there, but I don't want to be on the Build-A-Bear, Stepford Wives, where it's like we all in a line and we all look exactly alike. I want something different. And I promise you, I say this in all transparency and truthfulness. If my tummy being not tucked determines the difference between us, so be it. Yeah. I got a tummy and yours is tucked. You love yours, I love mine. Yes, YG Blaze. She did marry one of the Central Parks. They did divorce. But what I was saying was, this was another example of a woman that had a banging body, because so many people are pushed the narrative that if your body is banging, you in the game. If you have some sort of notoriety, viral moment, you're there. Like, this qualifies as you being a person of quality, and it doesn't.
It's not substantial, and it does not have longevity.
Listen, you might laugh at me if I say this. When I see women that have banging bodies, I can get that. I can at some point, if I wanted to, be like, I'm gonna go get my butt done, I'm gonna get my tummy tucked. But the intangibles that I have, you don't have that. That's what makes me me, and that's what should make you you. It's something in you that's an intangible that somebody else doesn't have. And I'm overall, this whole conversation is pushing for women specifically to tap into that shit. That thing that they can't put on you on the surgical table. They cannot surgically implant intangibles. They cannot give you creativity, loyalty, honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like, these different, the chemistry of it. In you being who you are will attract the exact type of person that I feel like will be a better match for you. You doing what everybody else is doing and making yourself look like everybody else can very well be the very thing that doesn't get you connected to the person you're looking for. Because they might come in and be like, I done fucked bad bitches. I done been with snatch waists, flat tummies, big asses. I want something else. And you may be the person over there with the little tummy, not a big ass, tall, short, whatever it is. And they might slide up on the side of the bar, and you might have a good conversation. And they may be like, I've never experienced anything like that in my life. We just connected. Like, the conversation was so cold. You know what I'm saying? The value she added to me, like, she spoke life into me. Like, we went to my room and she rubbed my head. Like, there was no sex. She literally poured into me. A woman will be mad, like, what the fuck? But that is the very essence of somebody as a woman, and some man needs that. I believe that wholeheartedly. I truly do. I truly believe there are men that will marry over a head rub and conversation when they've gone through the slew of bad bitches.
Yeah, because you're seeing that there is something different about this person. When you done dealt with so much of the same thing, that shit wasn't substantial. It didn't have anything. They didn't have anything other than their looks going for them. And to be honest, half these bitches ain't even that bad, if we want to be honest.
And a woman will be like mine, like mind boggled because he'll be like, I went up to the room with her and she was shy about her body. She didn't want to be naked in front of me. We set up and talked till the sun came up. Like, she was really like, I'm not trying to do all that. And that really just intrigued me about her. Like, I'll pay for her gym membership, whatever she wants, because the intangible qualities that she has, I've never seen in my life. The fact that she didn't want to have sex with me for the first night, the fact that she, you know what I'm saying, felt some way about me seeing her naked, like the fact that she wanted to hear about my likes, dislikes, you know, my journey as an artist. The fact that she was like, we set up and watched movies and laughed and just fell asleep. The fact that she didn't drink. The fact that she was like, I want to rub your head or rub your feet. That shit speaks to a man's soul differently. That's the intangible shit. That's the stuff that confuses a girl. And I say a girl that's over there like, I'm a bad bitch.
Yep.
It'll be
because that's all you got to go off of is, I'm a bad bitch.
Yeah. They'll be like, what are you talking about? She talked to me. Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't have to know Cher as a woman, but Cher got life experience at 76. So that dude who's younger than her, he's over there getting nurtured in a different way than he did with that bitch.
He learning.
Yeah, too. No dig on Amber Rose, but he had the bad bitch, had a baby with her. He don't went over here with the classic, the experience. Don't mean they're going to be together. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Something intangible there. Not the fat ass, the snatch waist, all that. He is over there and he's there for it.
Yep.
Someone alluded to Cher's got money. Nah. When a man goes to a 76-year-old woman, it's beyond the money. Yeah. There's nurturing happening there. She's pouring into him in a different way. She's beyond the, you know, or is that a girl calling your phone?
Yeah.
Why do you
leave out of that relationship a different person if he's a smart man?
Let me tell you something. Cher's probably on some, why do you desire to be sexual with multiple women? Why do you need that?
A whole ass therapy session.
At 76, because she doesn't live life. And he's like, I don't know. He might have a crying moment with her.
For real.
We'll never, but look here. Hey, it ain't, the bad bitch ain't where it's at. If you don't leave nothing else from this conversation, that's not where it's at. Tap into who you are. Authenticity.
Work on yourself. People don't want to work. People are afraid to work on themselves.
Well, it's
they don't want to do the work.
No, what else? It's easier to emulate.
Fuck the emulation.
But
I want to live life how I want to. I don't want to be living life on societal terms.
No, but watch this. You versus a Lori Harvey getting all the applauses, that makes sense. It's already a blueprint. If I look like that and I act like that, I will have the approval of the world. I am no one, just being me. And some people can't sit with that. But I'm telling you, check the facts. Check the resume. These women don't end up in favorable situations. Again, I'm not here to bash any of them. They were used as examples. It's not favorable. It's not. Now, if you want to just be like, I'm out there like the dudes, like, I got a different dude every week, that shit, the vagina don't even allow you to do all that. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
You could do it if you want, but the vagina don't even work like that. So if you want to go get surgery to have your inside of your vagina tighten back up or whatever, we're not even made to do that.
Yep.
I think YG Blaze said, because you have to face your real self and journey of a legend, said they see the blueprint as success. They do.
And that
but what type of success?
Because that shit is like we see. It's here today, gone tomorrow. The next bitch comes in every 5 minutes.
That goes back to what we said on another Sipping Live. What is your definition of success? Because Journey of a Legend said they see the blueprint as success. That's not success to me. No dig on none of them. But I don't want to be with a different man.
Yeah.
Choose with Michael.
And what are you doing that is successful though? Like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
In the limelight, like it's celebrated. In the real world, don't nobody want to have 2-3 different baby daddies and they trying to figure out how they're going to care for their kids and get the child support. That shit is not favorable. But out there, Kylie Jenner can have, another baby. Like, you're not that person. Tap into who you are, work on who you are, and let the essence of you and the authenticity of you shine so you can vibrate on a frequency to attract the right type of individual.
Exactly.
That's what I'm.
Exactly. Because that's all of the thought. Just because they look like they're happy and thriving, I guarantee you, they're not happy when they go home at night.
Hey, I only can speak from experience. I love operating in who I am. I attract who I'm supposed to, and what don't, it fall by the wayside. I'm not going to do no extra stuff. I am unapologetically me, and anything that's not supposed to stay, I'm okay with it leaving. What's supposed to stay, iron sharpens iron. We will elevate together. We will sharpen and elevate and continue to get better. I'm getting better every day. Anybody that know me know I wasn't where I was last year, a month ago. I'm always pushing. I don't have to explain it. You see it. And I just think if we all would push to be the best versions of ourselves and operate in true authenticity, we'll vibrate on a different level, frequency, and attract the people that need to be in our lives, that are universal friends, that are great mates, you know what I'm saying, business partners, so on and so forth. I don't force shit. I let that, I move forward with intent and purpose, make the necessary adjustments, and continue to move on. It's like, I got to make an adjustment. Well, that was going.
But you say, stay if you like and leave where you at. What's this?
It's like if it don't, work with you, leave it right where you found it. But I'm all on. I'm all on the GPS. We'll follow the GPS in the car and go in fucking circles. Go in circles. You will realize the GPS has you going in circles. So being spiritual like I am, I take GPS and be God's plan. Shut up, GPS. Why are you questioning that relationship that was severed? Why are you questioning that other relationship with a man that didn't work? God's plan. Shut up. As long as I am pushing to elevate and be the best version of myself and operate fully in my purpose, I'm not worried about nobody else. And I'm saying to anyone else as facts, if you do that, you gonna win. What they say on TikTok, a win is a win.
A win is a win, bitch. A win is a fucking win.
A win is a win. That's where I'm at with a win. That's where I'm at. If you fall by the wayside, a win is a win. Because everybody can't go where I'm going. Everybody ain't going to experience what I experience. A win is a win. I only one who's supposed to be there. I'm not begging nobody to enter in where I'm going.
Right.
You dragging people along and showing you with their actions that they don't want to be there. But I'm sorry. I'm forcing you to be within this relationship, like you said. Friendship.
Yep. Don't come around. Go on. You can just be an acquaintance, a hi and bye. How you doing? We don't need to be nothing more than that.
I should say, let it burn. That's what I would do. I think YG Blaze said, I really live in the burbs. These YT people waving as I walk by.
What's YT?
I think it's white.
Oh, white.
Yeah.
White.
That was I don't know. I thought white, but I think that's the quicker way to say it.
Saying white people, WYWHYPIPO. White people.
Yep. Well, what we did tonight, I never got a chance to go to my bowl because
this was good though. Yep. So many segues, but clearly necessary conversations, because at the heart of everything, in order to thrive in life, you have to work on you first. No matter what comes with it. It's going to be pain, tears, all kinds of shit. But the end product, the way you feel, the things that attract to you is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm living proof of it. Everything that I allowed to go and what just came, it worked out perfectly. You don't have to fight it. It's so simple. We make that shit hard.
Yeah. I feel like you and I, Vera, and there's people like us, but for sure, we are very self-assured individuals. I think that even if we were still alone, we can assess ourselves and go accordingly. Like we know how to, like I know how to look at some shit, find a solution, and work towards something. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and I think
those are the people like Kobe. Those are people that have that and I'm saying Kobe because it was recorded. People have watched all the time. That Kobe Bryant mentality where he was like, I want more.
Yeah.
You constantly working to be better than what you were yesterday.
Exactly.
While it's necessarily not anything wrong with basking in the accomplishment of yesterday, but I am the type of individual where it's like, I want to do better. How can I help someone else? Like you constantly, you stretching yourself. And those are people I find that exemplify, and I say this not in arrogance, but better of understanding. Those are people that exemplify leadership qualities. Exactly. When you understand you're a leader, when you understand that's the position you hold, you're at the forefront, it hit different. You will be the person that motivates yourself. You will be the person that will go out and give to others and come back in and refuel yourself from the source. For me is God. Whether you reading and doing all these other things, leaders move different, you know. And those are the people, as my husband says, the super Saiyans. We always pushing to that next level.
Yeah.
You know? And for someone else, it doesn't mean they're content. That's just who they are.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm saying that because you said the kind of people we are. I operate on a different frequency and I respect it, understand it. That's the position I hold, and that is what I will play in this life. So I understand that everybody's not going to get it. Everybody's not going to sign on to it. It ain't going to make sense to everybody. It don't need to. And in movies, when kings came out and queens and gave the order, it didn't make sense to the people. But once the shit was all said and done and the people benefited from the decision the king made, they were, woo!
Yep.
So I understand, no dig on it, but you don't have a king or queen mindset. I don't need to explain this shit to you. It's what needs to be done.
Exactly.
And watch the fruits of it later.
Yep. I'm going to move how I move because I know what the end product is going to be. I don't need you to be telling me shit. I know. Okay?
As I say, one of the lines that my husband says, I don't act or make moves without a probable cause. Once I do that shit and have an understanding, I don't have to make you understand it. I already know it's for benefit of you. When you can really walk in that fully, unapologetically, you operating on some different shit. It's different.
Like, bitch, I'm operating on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, bitch. I'm operating on self-actualization, self-development, and everything. Like, I don't need, like, no. I be on some other shit. I don't care if it don't make sense to nobody else. If it makes sense to me and I know the direction I'm going and what's going to come of it, that's what we're doing.
When I was younger, I used to always say, when people would be like, she did it or he did it, I'd be like, but before they did it, they had to be the first. And it'd be like, so I was that person that was like, well, I might have to be the first. But being the first doesn't make sense to everybody because you're the one that's doing it. No one's ever seen it. And so when you when you accept who you are, because everybody is not for everyone, then you move in that, you know? These drinks hitting so cold, this vodka, I'm doing the pee-pee dance.
I done finished my wine almost. I'm trying to finish the last one before we go.
I'm a pee-pee, but Elle, read those comments. I'm going to dip out real quick. Read those comments because they were coming in.
YG Blaze said, but yesterday is gone, so what will you do today? Very true. My favorite rapper on the West Coast is Glasses Malone. He said the difference between a boss and a leader is a boss will send you a leader. A boss will send you. A leader will go with you. Facts. Because leaders aren't afraid to get their hands dirty. Bosses want to be here and be delegating, but a leader can delegate and get his hands dirty. Arkansas said, when you move different, you just do. YG Blaze said, because God gave the vision to you, not the rest of the world. So it doesn't have to make sense to them. And Arkansas said, I stopped telling people my moves. You will just have to see the end result. Fact, sometimes you just got to be silent with it. You know? Sorry, guys. Dang, every time I lay her down, she come back. Come here. Come here. Lay down. Here, want your passion? Whew, this was a good sipping line tonight. For sure. For sure. Mama. Yes, Carla. Come here. Come here, bring your passy. Come here to mom. Whew. This is motherhood coming on live. Got the baby on deck. Sometimes it's important to be silent because telling your dream to the wrong person will kill it before it even gets out of the womb. That is so true. Because you have naysayers, you have people that don't see beyond what they do in their daily life. So they would never understand what you're doing outside of things, like even at work. People are there, they're 9 to 5, but when they ask to get fired, they don't got nothing to fall back on, yet they looking at you crazy when you can say you got a side hustle.
How'd you start talking about that?
Oh, because YG said sometimes it's important to be silent because telling your dream to the wrong person will kill it before it gets out the womb. And before that, Arkansas said, I stopped telling people my moves. You will just have to see the result. And me and you were talking about that. I think we talked about that last week too on the live about the layoffs and stuff and people not having backup plans, but then they look at you crazy when you be like, yeah, I have a cookie business. Yeah, I have a muffin business. Yeah, I have this business. Yeah, I have that. Looking at you crazy, but when they get fired, they want to jump off the cliff, but you good because you have some shit backed up.
It's nothing like, you know, for me, and I would say spiritually, I referenced it, the story in the Bible biblically. I remember when they were saying chosen when God was calling for who he chose, and Joseph kept getting up, going to his dad. Anybody that knows this know this story. If not, it'll go over your head, but Joseph kept coming to his dad saying, you called me. And the dad kept saying, I didn't call you. And long story short, it was God that was calling Joseph into his purpose. He kept thinking it was his dad calling him, but it was God whispering to him. And it was only something he heard. And I've always taken that and applied it to my life. When you are moving in purpose, business, purpose, whatever it is, entrepreneurial endeavors, everybody doesn't hear the call. Mm-hmm. Everybody doesn't understand what you're doing and not supposed to. It was for you and you paved the way, and it's usually for someone else to have access to the legacy, the passion, the stepping stone or catalyst for them to do what they're called to do. And when you really have a full understanding of that, or just you choose to accept it, you don't even concern yourself with people understanding or being accepting of it, you know? And so I've always taken that, and I use that to motivate myself, because a lot of the stuff is backwards to me that I'm doing. A lot of the things that I'm like kind of, putting together in my mind, it's not going to make sense to someone else, but it doesn't need to, because none of this stuff made sense to people. How many icons do they showcase versus entrepreneurs and musicians and performers? It's not a whole bunch of icons, people that do iconic things, people whose legacy is still here after they passed on. They're not physically present anymore. So when you look at it that way, and that's how I look at it and make my peace with it, it ain't for everybody, and I understand what I'm supposed to do under the purpose, understand the purpose I'm called to. So we did real good tonight. Sidebar, I've never left alive like I left right now. The drinks, shout out to the bartender
for that item number 4, whatever it's called.
The drinks was hitting so tough. You saw me only get my glass filled twice to here. I was doing the pee-pee dance, had to leave, almost peed my pants. That's how
I know. I saw you like.
L, I've never done that. Like, the bartender was hitting.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yo,
this is your show. Look, it's your show. Do what you do.
Arkansas Barbie has been in the majority of all our lives. You have never seen me leave. Tonight we have the bartender. I was getting my drinks made. And I was doing a pee dance.
Well, this weekend I'm gonna go on to the ABC store, get me some vodka, and y'all just send me that recipe so I can make one this weekend for me and my mom.
It was
for me and my mama to sip on, because her 62-year-old ass like to sip on some drink.
Listen, it was like right. You saw L. It was right here. I got my little straw. I was sipping, and
you know when they say you sip from a straw makes you a little more tipsy.
Listen. And you saw me when you were talking, I was like, bartender, like my glass was empty. I did it real quick. Fill the glass back up.
That's how you know a drink is good, when you drink it and don't even realize.
The drink, shout out to the bartender. The drinks was on.
Shout out to the bartender. If you're looking for me.
Exactly, but Mama got some drinks. I'm going to tell you something. Every sipping line I'm going forward now, you gonna be like, what you sipping? I'll be like, the bartender.
We going beyond wine, bitch.
Yes.
We going beyond wine, okay?
I'm gonna start giving drink recipes. I'm gonna be like, tonight, I have a grenada with a splash of lemon, vodka, and some Reposado tequila, whatever. And I'm gonna be like, and this is called.
Go on and copy and paste your recipe into the chat, and I'll copy and paste mine. And here it is.
I was running to the bathroom, but was almost pee my pants. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to pee. I have not done that ever, except like when you go out somewhere and you be like, gotta get home.
Right.
I'm so glad I was home.
Drink running through you, and it's okay.
Listen.
It's okay.
Absolutely great conversation tonight, which we seek to have.
Yes.
I love the way we segued into, from your topic, I never even made it to my bowl. But I'm just so glad. I just feel,
because even before the bowl, we was already deep in the conversation.
But I still, you know me, I'm gonna do what I do. I put it in. You started off with what type of friend are you? What type of friend are you? Which segued into valuing true relationships with a man. Segued into healthy choices, being a lifestyle. Which segued into does being physically attractive as a woman guarantee a good man? I did my.
And then prior to that. So we done had 7 topics in our 2.5 hours. Yeah,
I just made them topics. As we were talking, I was like, gonna make that a topic. Yep. You gotta know how to make that a topic for you too. Make that. Yep. So we did what we are here to do. And as I always say, if it's not something for you, leave it right where you found it. We always appreciate you tuning in. The goal is to impact, inspire, empower through these transparent conversations, because our thoughts were that, you know, maybe this perspective is not being given. So why don't we just open it up? So it's not like the correct way here. There may be a word that said, we are allowing others to come in and just hear what a phone conversation would be, where we're seeking to give insight, give wisdom, empower, impact, inspire the other person on the other end of the phone. And that's what we're trying to do. This was a great conversation. The drinks was hitting.
This be our real conversations on the phone too, guys. These Sipping Live combos be me and Bear's real ass conversations on the phone. So if you ever wonder what we talk about, the shit that we talk about in Sipping Live be the shit that we talk about right on the phone. We just bring it to y'all live.
Mm-hmm. And I don't care if it's one person or no person here, we gonna have this conversation because
this will be
fine. This will be phone time. So I'm with it. I'm excited to see the direction that all this stuff goes in. I'm really feeling good about people being intentional about building their brand this year. You are a brand. There is no one that can be you better than you. So tap into that. That's just a word. Spiritually, I'm on that.
I am too.
I just anybody in the chat, YG Blaze, I think you were saying, you guys, there is no one that can beat being you, and somebody needs you to bring your presence, your essence, your effort, your support, just like you bring it. So be unapologetically you and impact, empower, and inspire those that seek that from you. They're waiting on you. Somebody's waiting on you.
And do what you love. Don't do things that you enjoy. Do what you actually love. Who cares if you have to start and stop stuff? If something brings you joy and it's truly your passion, do that shit. Who cares what people say? But be your brand and do what brings you joy and do what you love. And don't worry about what the outside world thinks. Just do you.
And I laugh because if you just want to break it down to the bare bones of it, you can probably name about 10 churches in your area, and they all have people in them. I always look at us individually as churches, as a body, and you are the only person that can bring a certain type of energy, support, effort, and the word to a group of people that are waiting on you specifically. So when you feel unmotivated, tap into it's not about you. It's for somebody else. So as you delay their progress, their growth, their ability to be fully in their purpose. Somebody's waiting on you to give the exact energy that you have. So what looks crazy to others, where you go this church, that church, is specifically for a group of people. So I always say that when I feel uninspired, remember, it's not about me, it's for other people. And that is what fuels me to continue to be me and to continue to move forward in my purpose, because it's like, it's not just for me, it's for somebody else, and they're waiting on me. This has been, I think they just keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the drink tonight, but it was like,
all of the above.
It's just, it was so good. I really enjoyed the conversation, the sharing of the perspective, the insight, and I always appreciate, like I said, whoever tunes in to give their time, their energy, their feedback, because we read the comments, and I just thank you for taking the time to tune in, because I know what it's like to be trying to get everything set aside in your day and then come in here. You physically are here because it's alive, it's not pre-recorded. So I appreciate you guys making that time to come in and give your energy, perspective, and allow us to give our perspective. It's always greatly appreciated, and you are valued. And if you haven't pinned it already, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, suggested topics, you can hit us up at watchsippinglive@gmail.com. Elle usually pins that. We will be here next week, Sunday, same bat time, same channel, live, whatever. And I hope you guys have a productive, positive week going forward. And I can't reiterate them up enough to continue to move forward in your authenticity, your passion, and your purpose. And I trust and believe what is for you is going to come to you, because you can't outdo it. It's going to come, because that's the frequency you'll be operating on. So until next time, you guys.
Oh, and don't forget, starting March, we'll be doing the first and fourth Sunday.
Thank you.
Sipping Live. That's right. First and fourth Sunday.
That's right. So starting after March 1st, we'll be doing the first Sunday Sipping Live and then the last Sunday of the month, because we've got some other irons in the fire, and we're going to be a little more intentional about that. Elle's got Bloom & Co. She's got other things, and we want to make sure, and as we said last week, we want you guys to share the things you do, because I don't care if it's 5, 1, 2, whatever here or more, this is community, and it's important to know with the people that you're around, what they do. I think that's one of the biggest things that people miss out on. You'll work someplace for 11 years and know the person next to you had a passion for a business that you could have used some of the coin you made from a job to invest in. And when they laid y'all off, both of y'all could have been well off. But you never communicated these things. So it's really important to keep those lines of communication open. So we're going to be more intentional about that going forward, especially since we're only coming on 2 times a month in March, to kind of make a point within the live to say what you guys got going on. Is there something you're doing now? How can we support that? Or this is what Elle's got going on. This is what I've got going on, so on and so forth. We're just gonna let it do what it do. I'm just super excited. I'm telling you, this drink, I'm about to be like, go bartender, go. It's such a cool little, I usually be like, with my wine. Like, I'm just like, ooh.
You lit in a good way. In a good way.
Yes, it's great. So you guys have a positive, productive, safe week, hopefully with some laugh out loud moments in between. And I hope that we have somehow, you know, our perspective has enlightened you in some way. As I say all the time, if not, just leave it right where you found it. And you can always not be here. We not pushing nobody to be here, but we love and respect and are so grateful for those that have chosen to tune in. I think I see YG Blaze said I'm an administrator and digital content creator. Go off. And anybody else in the live, you guys can see that probably before we did. We always need that type of stuff, admin, and so who does not use social media that's about growing a business, you know? Mm-hmm. So until next time, you guys.
Cheers.